Freak out! Go!
Opie. We're the talk of the industry. Well, that's the way it's always been. The outcasts of radio. Bastards. No one truly wants our radio show. No one has balls anymore.
Your balls are showing.
Big, beefy, hanging, swinging nuts.
Throw the second switch!
Wow, this is even better than I imagined.
Love you, Opie. Love you, Anthony.
Boy, we're going to have great fun.
Love you, Ben. Love you, Steve.
I hope you brought a big bag of smiles.
O-N-A. O-N-A.
You two are going to hell.
Shut up. Kill yourself.
Throw the third switch!
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
Me.
La.
La 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 la.
That private pile! Sir, jelly donuts, sir!
You little scumbag! I got your name! I got your ass!
You will keep your hands off of my mule.
You're just a tool.
Well, let me tell you something, my Crout Mick friend.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, Wop, Greaseball, Goombas come out of the woodwork.
Stay out the bushes. Smoke weed every day.
Ah, yes.
Hello.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. We like to call it the O-N-A virus spreading across America thanks to XM satellite radio. The show getting more gooder every fucking day.
Whoa.
Whoa, hey, hey, hey.
Wow.
Watch out with that language.
Whoa.
Whoa, a little harsh.
Hey, now.
I was just feeling it this morning.
Could be families listening. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Off to school. Ha ha.
How are you guys?
Oh. A little sleepy.
Yeah, I'm a little sleepy today, too, for whatever reason.
Too many good games out. Coming out.
Well,
I've been playing EverQuest 2, Opie. Fag Central is reporting in I'm playing EverQuest 2. A lot of people don't understand that whole thing, but I spend about maybe 8 hours.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Aside from a quick break to meet with our financial guy.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, you know how psyched we are to leave here sometimes? There are some days where we're kind of tired, still getting used to the sleep thing. Very difficult.
It's getting a little better, though.
Getting a little better. I'm kind of getting used to going to sleep early, waking up early. But, I don't know, after the weekend and stuff yesterday, a little groggy. I was really looking forward to getting home and just kind of kicking back, relaxing a little bit. And I get a call from our finance guy. Yeah, I'm right up the road from you. Is it a left or a right? I'm like, I forgot. I made an appointment with the guy.
This is like the most boringest guy.
Now I can't blow it off because he's like right
there.
there. And then it was just like an hour and a half of, insurance stuff and finance stuff and term life and this and that. Like stuff where, I mean, if we were hanging out at a strip club after the show yesterday, I'd be nodding off. That's how tired I was. And then you got to just deal with it.
And what does that mean? What does all that mean?
What is it? I don't know.
We're just radio guys. We don't need to know about anything else.
I point at like a dollar amount and go, that one good. That one good. I might as well just throw a dart at it. I have no idea. I just pretty much want to get the meeting over with as quickly as possible.
We have an agent that's just trying to make us legit, and he just doesn't understand it's never going to happen. Trying to set us up with all sorts of retirement plans.
But it's all of his friends.
Yeah, friends, family members.
Friends, family, acquaintances, everyone Bob refers us to is the best.
With these
Bob,
words.
He just happens to know all of them, too.
Our agent got the bright idea of incorporating you and I, and now I know why. So he could feed his own family.
That's right.
We have like an accountant that lives in Chicago.
Hey,
Chicago, who's somehow related to our agent. Then
well, you're going to have to put a couple of more dollars into that fund.
Right.
That's what you got to do. Couple of more dollars. Because that'll come back and help you when you go to retire. What? I don't know. I don't even know. Just give me the money. I'll put it in the bank. Isn't that what you do?
That's all we need.
That sounds responsible.
But he thought, no, very important to be incorporated. We write checks, and his reasoning was you'll save so much more money if you're incorporated, I guess. That's like the basics of this, right? And The amount of checks we write for, like, people. I think we have a staff of, like, 20 people.
I get a bill sometimes. I have no idea what it's for. It's going out to Chicago somewhere.
For some work he did.
Yeah, some work he did. I don't know. Well, we had to pay the corporate payroll balance book secretary, and that'll cost you about 2 G's. What? What did she do? Well, she took care of the corporate paycheck balance book. Okay.
We pay people. We don't know what they do.
I have no idea. I
think we need to audit our agent. I really do.
You want to do an audit?
We really need to know where this money's going.
Turn up.
What the freak is going on?
I do feel he is as honest as they come, but there's these little
he's still
things.
a lawyer and he's still an agent.
Yeah, and
they
he knows
can't be
people.
fully trusted no matter what you think.
He's got these acquaintances and family members that are on the payroll,
on our payroll,
on the in the till, the hand in the till.
I write checks. I'm like, you're kidding me, right?
I don't know what it is. I know. I write the same ones. I sign them. I'm like, okay. I'm like the stupid guy that ends up broke.
How many times do you go like this? You're writing the check and you're like, what the fuck did she do this month for $2,200?
I don't know.
And who the fuck is this?
Who's that?
As I'm signing my name, I'm
what
like,
do they do?
What do they do?
I don't know. I have this fear that I'm just going to be that guy.
And how many bank accounts do we have?
Has no clue where his money went.
How many bank accounts do we have?
I don't know. I'm not very sure.
We have bank accounts hidden in all over the place.
Are they hidden?
I think they're hidden because I don't have a statement book.
Do you check yours at all?
How do you check them?
Oh my God, dude. You could check it online.
Which one?
Like, I pop into that thing about once a week to make sure it's still there.
Dude, we shouldn't have multiple bank accounts.
Why?
Because what does that mean? I want one bank account.
There's your personal account.
Right.
There's your corporate account.
Right.
And then there's an Opie and Anthony account.
Right. No, I know.
Which we share.
There's other ones.
If we ever get a divorce, I'm going down there first and withdrawing all the money. I learned. Opie will be down there. I'd like to withdraw half the money. Oh, Mr. Cumia came in and took it.
There's other bank accounts, though. There's not much money in them.
I don't know. I have websites that I can go to and check them. And that's what I do. Once a week, I check and make sure it's still in there. Because and when I hit the enter button, I wince. I'm wincing and looking at the monitor going, come on, baby. Come on, be there. Because I'm waiting to just see zero. Because it's happened before in my marriage. So I'm just waiting to see the zero balance there and know that, after this is all said and done, I have to go back to construction.
Right. So I guess we're doing okay. I don't even know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. We just write these checks. So yesterday the finance guy came over and I had to write another check for insurance.
Was he trying to entertain you with his style of humor? Oh, God.
He gets into a couple of conversations about things.
Right.
Sometimes political.
Right.
And, I'm just kind of talking and staring at the paperwork we have to go over and looking at his eyes, glancing back at the paperwork. Like, hello, see that thing that I have to sign at some point here? Perhaps we can do that now.
Yeah, let's just sign the paperwork so I
can sign that now.
So I can take a nap.
I can leave.
Don't want to hear your philosophy on the election with the cute jokes you heard around the office. Jesus, we don't do the cute jokes ever on this show.
It is so, and it's still connected to the divorce thing from years ago. Dude, how long ago did I get divorced? I think it was 1999.
2, 3, 4, 5 years ago?
5 years ago, things started, and I'm still dealing with it. Like, I have to carry insurance.
Now, let me
I have to get my ex-wife insurance. So if I drop dead, she gets paid. Can you believe that? And there I was yesterday, writing another check. It's painful.
It's amazing.
Guys get
screwed.
Fucked.
Is there a certain amount of time you have to write checks for in a divorce, or is it
Ready
like
for
forever?
this?
All negotiable.
Ready for this? Anthony, can I say this? You were married 10 years.
Yeah.
And you will be paying for more than 10 years technically when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it seems like I got another 7 years to go or something.
How is that possible?
7 years. Like, just writing the checks. Hello. I sign her name, and it's still my last name on there. It's so annoying. So can't you change that back? Why do ex-wives feel compelled to keep the name. Some of them don't.
Because they can't do anything on their own.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Wants to make it easier. Like, keep the name. And
can't do anything on their own and don't want to do anything on their own.
I guess.
I know a little bit of something about your ex, and she doesn't do anything except spend your money. That's all she does. That's it. She hasn't done anything to better herself because she's living off your dollar.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, all women.
Like hitting the lottery.
Wouldn't all women be ashamed to just take a check for doing nothing? I mean, any woman.
Who knew marrying me was hitting the lottery? Who saw that one coming?
Who saw it? I did.
You saw that one coming? Man, when I was knocking tin up in an attic.
Can you imagine?
Who knew the investment in time would really pay off? You know?
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
There I was making my $27,500 a year in attics.
And now she gets paid for a decade. Because she was married to you.
I thought I won the lotto because she was a bartender. I got free drinks. To me, that was winning the lotto.
Wrong.
I get done with work, hop down to the bar in Greenlawn, and just start chugging beers and shots.
Mm-hmm.
That was lotto to me. You mean I don't have to pay for booze ever again? This is fantastic.
Oh, you're going to be paying for that booze, my friend. Are you going to pay?
Those free shots were about $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, why don't you do the new math now and figure out how many those shots, how much those shots actually cost you?
Gonna do the new math.
I bet you if someone out there was handy with a calculator and a pen and we gave them a few figures, I think those same shots you did for free way back in the day would cost you about $1,000 per shot now.
I don't even need a calculator. I can round it off and pretty much figure it comes out to a lot.
A lot.
It comes out to a lot of cash. Guys just get reamed, man. And you know something? I'm just thankful I do have something. You know? Because if I was just some guy that's working for a living and you know, you're still paying through the nose, ooh, that's got to hurt.
Well, you know, at this point, I
still got the roof over my head and, you know, food.
At this point, I don't even understand why people get married. I don't.
I could never do it again.
I don't think I'll ever get married at this point.
I don't know why I did it the first time.
I had a shot at it and it failed miserably, obviously. But I don't think it's just not worth it because you're putting too much trust in the whole damn process.
You could be in, you know, complete love with somebody, and the worst thing you can do is get married. Why have the paperwork? Why have the legal binding contract that all it can ever do is bite you in the ass?
Right, that's all it is.
It's all it can do. If you're in love with each other and you're living together or, you know, sharing your life together, that's fine. All good could come from that. What's the paperwork for? Why do you need this friggin' document that will turn around and cost you money and pain down the road? And no reason for it.
And in most cases, the guy gets screwed, obviously. I mean, when we talk about divorce, you'll get a few guys call and say, no, I actually, you know, made out in my divorce.
Oh, you get ladies that call up and say, it was horrible. I got screwed. I was the one that bought the house. Right. Exception to the rule, ladies.
But in general, it's, let's be honest, the guys get screwed. So you're getting married just to throw this contract in a drawer somewhere where someday it's going to haunt you. And a lot of guys end up staying in a marriage because they know they're going to get screwed if they try to get out of it. Mm-hmm. So then they have to, you know, live and be miserable.
Yep.
Knowing that they really want to get out of the marriage, but they just can't afford to do it.
Ben's smiling. He was just telling me the other day about some of his friends that are just getting screwed. His friends got married, and it's the typical story. You just change the names. It's awful.
We had a guy, a sales guy at WNEW, who was making a really good living, good living, but he got divorced, and his wife got everything. Like the really nice house in Westchester.
Oh, you get out of the house.
And, you know, he had to take care of the children as well, which he had no problem with. When it was all said and done, he was living in a little box here in Manhattan.
Yep.
Still making a ton of money for WNEW, but it was all going to his ex. The only thing he could afford was like a tiny one-bedroom apartment.
It's got to be great for a man to get married, work his ass off, buy that dream house for him and his bride, and for whatever reasons, guys or girls, could be their fault, either one, whatever. I'm not even getting into that. But whatever the reason is, he has to move out, gets some shithole apartment somewhere as his ex now lives in the house that his sweat and blood bought, as she's, maybe now banging some guy in his bedroom that he bought and paid for. It's just, there's no reason.
Yeah, so why would you do that? Like,
why would you do that to yourself?
It doesn't make sense anymore. There probably was a time it really made a lot of sense until the lawyers got their greasy hands involved in this whole process.
There should be
now
no reason.
You're just taking way too much for granted. You're just assuming that you're going to be in a really happy, loving relationship for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And in most cases, that's not going to be the case. So you're signing away your life as you know it.
This was from the olden days when women were incapable of taking care of themselves in the world. What they did was they hooked up with a strong man who worked, and she raised the family. And if something happened to the guy and he wasn't insured, or they got a divorce, the woman was pretty much left out in the cold. So all kinds of laws were made, and divorce law was made, and now the women have to be supported by the guy. But it's 2004 now, people. And we're still living with this system that, the woman can go out and support herself as a human being. You don't need the guy paying for you to live now, but still happens. What about the guy? He's got to work and support himself. That's not easy. 99% of the people out there aren't, earning enough that they could pay for two people separately. And there he is, buying a little or renting a little shithole. As the woman gets the house, the cars, you got to sell everything. Anything fun you might have had in your life, that boat that you had, the motorcycle, that all has to get sold. It's a disgrace. It's awful. Why would you do it?
Why?
If you're getting married, there are some guys right now listening going, oh, my God, that have a wedding right around the corner. Right around the corner.
Dude,
and right now,
your wedding.
Cancel it.
I mean, in the end, you're going to lose. Simple as that.
If you're
what is the
truly
divorce
in
rate
love,
up to, like
you'll
70%?
get over it.
And trust me, God will understand.
Yeah.
If you're getting married because of the whole, you have to be married in God's eyes or whatever, he'll understand in the end.
I'll tell you why people get married, especially guys. It's because of their families. They're getting married for their families. That's one reason. For the girl, that's another reason.
It's her day.
A lot of guys don't want to get married. They get pushed into it. Guys would rather live with the girl, and that's it. Send it right there. Girls want to get married, and the families want their children to be married, and that's why people do it. When you're walking down that aisle, when you're ready to give those vows, you're not thinking this is great. You're thinking, holy shit, what the hell is going on? I'm signing a legal binding document that can only hurt me.
In the end. And most weddings just stink, let's be honest. They stink.
That whole tradition.
You pick out a reading. You don't even know what it is. You just know it sounds good, and
oh, that stupid letter to the Corinthians thing. Some sap gets up and starts reading it.
Half those readings, what? You don't mean this? You just picked it from a book. Just so your aunt could start crying in the front row.
And a love that will last forever. And
shut up. She's up at the podium shaking, shaking, nervous reading hands. Oh, and you're sitting there looking at your watch. You shouldn't look at your watch if this is an event people, put on, taking years to plan. And yeah, but everyone's looking at their watch because it's just boring as hell. It's the same crap you've been through 1,000 times. Oh, here they come. They're lighting the candles together. Oh, look at them light the candles. Take some pictures of that.
Right.
So we can tear them in half when they get the divorce.
Here's something for the people getting married out there. Most people don't want to go to your wedding.
Right.
They have no fucking desire to go to your wedding. You've been friends with them forever. Yes, I understand that. They don't want to be there. They bitch the whole time to other people going, oh, man, Saturday, it's a long weekend, and I have to go to blah, blah's wedding. I know I've been friends with him since childhood, but I don't want to freaking go. I'd rather play golf. I'd rather do this. I'd rather do anything but.
How many times do you say that? I got a wedding to go to.
Another wedding.
And then you go. I'm at the point now in my life, if I get invited to a wedding, it's got to be somebody really, close to me. And I don't go to the church. I refuse. I show up at the reception. Give me a couple of drinks. I'll come, couple of drinks, hang out. I'll goof on the people, and then I'm out. Will you ever see me on the conga line that goes through the kitchen of the reception hall? Look at them. They're doing the conga. There they go. Oh, look, Grandma's at the end. Oh, what a mess. It's nothing spontaneous.
It's the same
nothing
wedding.
Fun. It's this cookie cutter, stamped out thing with just new victims, new future courtroom victims sitting up. Cling, 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 cling. Oh, look, they're kissing.
Same music played.
The same dopey DJ.
Daddy's little girl. All right, we
music.
get it. Daddy's little girl.
Oh,
Great.
everyone's crying. Now, if we could get everyone up to dance, no. I will not entertain you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, let's hear it for
bring
Mr.
'em out.
and Mrs. Block.
Oh, look, the bridal party's holding their arms up to make a little tunnel. Right. Here they come, running through. Get the picture. The photographer is taking all the pictures. We want to get the bridal party outside on the grass. It's a beautiful day. Now, guys, could you roll your pant leg up and kick? What the fuck is that? What is that shot?
And here's something else. Don't waste your time on getting the pictures done because you'll never look at them.
You'll never look at them.
You'll look at them, once, and then you'll throw them in a drawer somewhere.
No one wants to see them. No one wants to see them.
And you see the happy couple that just got married. Give them maybe a year, and then they're going to be just as miserable as all the other couples, looking on at the wedding.
Because they're together? No. Because they're married. Because they're married.
I think as soon as you get married, I don't know because I haven't done it, and that
I'll give you any info you want on it.
And at this point, I just don't see the point at all. But
There's no upside.
I think that if you're not married, you keep the excitement going.
You do?
I think so.
You absolutely do.
Because I think there's always that thing like you're not really, the person, the person can leave the relationship at any given time, so it makes you work a little
Danger
harder.
factor?
Makes you work a little harder. Maybe you won't cut your hair and start looking like your buddy Phil all of a sudden. Maybe you won't gain those 15 pounds just because, we're married now. It don't matter anymore.
Do you think
maybe you'll close the door instead of taking a shit in front of your husband?
It's just over at that point.
Right, but if you're still living with someone, I think the excitement's still there, and you got that in the back of your head. They can leave at any time.
Do you think that bull dyke haircut is attractive? And hey, ladies, of course, there are millions of instances that girls could give of their guys getting out of shape and ridiculous.
Oh, and you know what? It's fair to say it works both ways, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You live with a girl or something, I think the guys are working a little harder, too. Like, well, hey, she could be leaving for, someone tomorrow.
Right.
There's something about it, I think, that just makes you try a little harder.
Try a little
keep yourself
harder.
In shape, try to be a little more romantic.
That friggin' mom haircut.
Don't leave your streak-stained underwear just laying around.
There you go.
You clean up a little bit better.
Right. And when the moms cut that hair, when these wives they reach a point and give that haircut where they look like their husband's friends that he plays cards with. You think that's good? Oh. They put on those clothes that try to cover up the world of hurt that's going on.
For all the young guys out there thinking they want to get married, here's something. Take the Long Island Railroad from Huntington to Penn Station on Matinee Day. What is Matinee Day?
Oh.
I think it's Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
Yep. All these older ladies getting together to go to a Broadway show. They're all going to a Broadway show.
We're going to the show.
And a lot of these women aren't even that old yet.
No, they're not. And I said to my husband, I'm going to matinee, and when I come home, this lawn had better be cut. Ugh.
Dude, there are these women that you see on the Long Island Railroad going to matinees. They're more manly than a lot of men I've seen. I don't know what happened. There's like some kind of hormone thing
Hormones
has happened already.
There's something going on where they are getting these huge doses of male hormones because, their bodies take on a masculine shape. They're very wide at the shoulders. narrower at the hips, and they cover it up with those sweatshirt things. And then their hair, they cut it. They get the Phil hairdo.
Phil hair.
Phil,
the Phil haircut.
And I don't know, their faces and skin have this more manly look to it. They've just given up.
Could be all the smoking they're doing.
Smoking.
Just drying out their faces.
They just give up.
I used to take that train when we were doing afternoon drive, and I'm like, I was horrified. Like, this is...
Is this the future?
This is...
Is this the train to the future?
This is what's going to happen.
But if you're not married, and there's that out, like Opie said, both sides work a little harder.
I think so.
Both sides work a little harder to keep things going. They're not bound in a legal, binding, corporate relationship.
My dream was always to kind of have a rock star-like relationship. Settle with...
What is that?
Completely settle
Rod
with...
Stewart drinking out of Mick Jagger's mule until he's got to get his stomach pumped?
Settle with someone.
Yeah.
Know within both parties' hearts that you're not going anywhere, but you don't have to make it official.
Right.
I think that's a hell of a lot more exciting than doing the cookie-cutter wedding in front of your stupid family and friends.
Oh. I got married at a bar. I didn't even do the whole wedding thing. I got married at the bar that my mother worked at. That was pretty much it. No one was affording anything. And you know what it is now? It's a strip club.
Is it really?
The place I got married
Nice.
is now a strip club in Comac, on Comac, New York, out on Long Island. That's it. Speaks volumes. And I actually went to Bill Brady, Habil, Cowbell Bill, went to his bachelor party at that very strip club.
Really? The place you got married at?
My wedding place, Opie. I was shoving dollar bills down Russian chicks' G-strings.
That's so cool. You had a horrific wedding, I believe.
Oh, it was the wedding, the marriage, everything. It was just a nightmare. I didn't know what I was doing.
The engagement ring.
Engagement ring.
One of my favorite stories ever.
I should have known then. I mean, it all adds up now. In hindsight, it all adds up. I, for some reason, decided it was time for me to get married. I think because my life was kind of not going anywhere, I thought that might have been a direction to go to kind of hook things up. Would have started the ball rolling.
Wait, yeah, why would you get married?
I had a shit job, right? I lived in a hovel. I gave you my best to Jerry, my spot online.
Yeah, why don't you give me that DVD back, all right?
You're not getting your King of Comedy DVD back. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So I guess, I'm not even sure. It's psychobabble to me, but I guess I thought if I had gotten married that it would push me in a direction I had to be, which was a little more responsible. Maybe I'd get a better job because of it. Maybe a little more respect. I don't know. I thought it was what I should do. Apparently, I was wrong. Thought it was what I should do.
Yeah.
So I decide I'm going to get married. So what do you do when you get married? You get a ring.
Were you into it ever?
Let me seriously assess this. No. I really wasn't into it.
Did you do it because you felt like, I don't know, everyone else was getting married?
No one else was really getting married.
So why did you get married if you really weren't into it?
Like I said, I thought it was one of those things I should do. I had reached a point in my life where it was like, oh my God, I'm acting like this irresponsible kid for my whole life. And boy, that didn't stop, did it?
No. Thank God.
It just never stopped. And I thought if I got married, it would be a way that I would go to the next level, where I would get, you get married, and then I would get the good paying job, and then I would get the house. It was like a piece of a puzzle that had to be there for the other pieces. It was a rung on a ladder, Opie. It was time for me to do that. Stupid move. But what did I know? So you're ready to get married, you got to get the ring. That's the first step, right? I put this off, and it shows what was going through my head. I put things off. I put it off. I didn't put money away for a ring. I had no money.
No offense to this day, you still do exactly that.
Oh, I do. I put
everything.
things off. But the good thing is now, Infinity Broadcasting has afforded me the opportunity, by paying us for sitting and doing nothing, where I can put things off and then just, like they say, you just throw money at a problem, it tends to go away. That's kind of what it is. I could pay for things, which is good. And that helps when you're irresponsible. At the time, I didn't have the proverbial pot to piss in or window to throw it out of. And I had to get a ring. I had to get a ring. So where do you go? Where do people go to buy wedding rings? Tiffany's. People go there.
What was that place in Huntington on
Bailey Banks and Biddle?
Wow.
They go there.
The place on,
that's where Trump's son went.
The place near the mall on Jericho Turnpike.
Ooh, the Diamond Exchange?
No. Carrot Shop or something like that?
Something like that?
Whatever.
Even if you wanted to get a maybe lower-end diamond, you would go to one of the lower-end jewelry stores, but you go to a jewelry store. I was getting on a train to go up to Massachusetts to propose on Christmas Day.
That sounds like a very romantic thing.
In front of her entire family for the first time me meeting them. Now, I have never met the family. I am ready to meet the family for the first time. I'm driving up to Massachusetts in my Volkswagen Beetle.
Nice.
With it was a Baja Bug, which had been, take the fenders off, put the fiberglass Baja kit on for off-roading. Because I was such a responsible adult, I had a dune buggy as my mode of transportation. My mode of transportation, dune buggy, which I'm driving up. Now, if you've ever been to Massachusetts in December, it's cold. It's cold now in Massachusetts. December, I had no heat in this dune buggy, and the cold air just blew in. I had to cover myself and drive in blankets. Here's the prize that's coming up to the other prize that is going to, hook up. Wow. Here's the guy coming up saying, wow. I'm going to take your little girl.
Right, wow.
And
were you excited?
I had a Link from the Mod Squad afro at the time, too. I mean, my hair was just...
When I first met you, you still had the crazy hair.
I looked like a walking mushroom. Yeah.
Looked like you should be playing for the band Boston.
Right. I looked like Sib the drummer.
Yeah,
from
big time.
Boston.
Big time. If you got that old album laying around, that's Anthony's hairdo. Right up until I met him, matter of fact.
Yeah. So I drive. That was when I went to propose, but I had to go to the when I drove up afterwards. But to propose, I took the train to go to Penn Station. Ready to get my ring. I don't have it yet. I don't have a ring, Opie. So what do? There's a jewelry store in Penn Station. Yeah. There's a jewelry store in Penn Station.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and I found something that resembled my impression of an engagement ring. It was, I don't even know what it was made out of. It could have been silver. I don't even know. It's supposed to be gold. And had this little alleged diamond.
Oh, chip.
This piece of glass
yeah.
was in it. What are you supposed to pay for a diamond? It's supposed to be 3 months' salary. 3 months' salary.
Yeah, well,
for a wedding ring or engagement?
For an engagement ring.
Well, they put that in the girls' heads.
Right. 3 months' salary.
The diamond world has, they all got together and said, look, if this lady's worth it, you need to,
I'm making
put 3 months of your salary into a ring.
$27,500 a year. What's 3 months' salary?
Well, let's
say $30,000.
Well, then, that'd be about $6,000.
Be about $6,000? Yeah.
Oh. Wait, 6, 12.
10.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9,
Wait, we're
12.
going on.
No, 3 months.
7.
Third of your salary.
Oh,
which
third
would
of your
be
salary, 10,000.
10,000. So it would be a little under 10,000. 27.
Oh, so all right.
6,800.
9,000.
Yeah.
$9,000 on 27,000.
6,800. We stink.
No, it's a third, right?
Yeah.
27,000 you were making?
Yeah.
A third of that is 9,000.
Okay. 9,000, Jim.
That's easy. That's easy math.
Wait, 27,500 divided by 12.
No, that's 1 month.
Huh?
Jim,
divided by 12 is just 1 month.
you just keep being quiet over there. We're doing fine right now.
Now times it by 3.
Put your calculator away. It's not working.
Aw.
Oh, Jimmy.
Looks so dejected. He's trying to do some math.
Look, he brought in Rent Boys. Great.
Yeah. $9,000 we decided?
$9,000 is a third of your salary.
So me making $27,500, I should have put so much thought into this and thought about it so much sooner and planned for this.
You know what kind of jet ski you could have got for $9,000 back
I know
then?
what kind of, because I did.
All right. So go ahead.
$9,000 it should have been.
All right.
What did my engagement ring cost? Opie, I spent $800. $800 on an engagement ring. And that was overpriced. Believe me. If I would have went out to Long Island or something and thought about it before I was leaving.
That same ring probably would have been $500.
About $500, maybe even $300.
Because I think they
in Penn Station?
They jack prices up at Penn Station.
Of course they do. But I picked it up, and here I was, ready to make my trek up to propose.
In the Baja.
In the Baja.
In the middle of winter. Or the start of winter. It was December.
So, I go back to my house, pick up the bug, and took my trip up there. And her family was it was Christmas Day. So there'd been let's just say, plenty of Christmas cheer. Plenty of Christmas cheer was in the air at the house. The whole family was over. And there was scotch and Captain Morgan and boxes of wine, more than you could ever imagine, all over the house, and all the family was there. And the first thing I did was downed 2 giant water glasses. They were like what you would give this huge water glasses.
Wait, so you drove up in the Baja?
Yeah.
The 200-plus miles?
Yep.
Freezing your ass off. You get to the door, and then what? I think you skipped ahead here a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Did they greet you with open arms, the family? Were they drunk?
Yeah, it was a couple of
cousins.
A couple of cousins just hammered, all red-faced, going, "Hey, glad to meet you. Why don't you come to fucking and have a goddamn drink?" And I did.
And who knew you were proposing? Just you?
Just me and her.
Run!
I know. I could have bolted right then and there. I could have bolted. But any reservations or anything went out the window after I downed 2 huge water glasses full of Captain Morgan. Captain Morgan. "Arr, matey! Don't matter. You can get married. Arr! The captain says it's okay. Quite the crappy little bounty you got there in that ring box. I wouldn't bury that treasure in a cat box. Arr, matey. But you're here. You're here anyway. You weathered the storm to come up. You might as well take the plunge. Arr. I was hoping a rapier would go through my chest at that moment, but the captain said, go ahead. The captain said it was okay. He had his leg up on the little box, and he was going, "Arr, matey, have a nither." And
so you got the $800 ring in your pocket.
Yep.
You're hammered now.
I had quite the little buzz on.
The family's there.
The family's there.
The
They're
lovely
all
lady
buzzing.
is there.
Yeah.
With hope in her eyes, wanting in her eyes.
Oh, yes. And I was, I gave her Christmas present. I did what a lot of guys do. They could save money by, doing the engagement ring and the Christmas present. It's all in one. It's an all-in-one.
Did you place it in a really big box and then a smaller box and then a smaller box and a smaller box?
I had this original idea. This funny look, she's unwrapping it. Ugh.
So what, everyone was opening up presents?
Everyone was opening up presents.
And all of a sudden you just casually... Did you make everyone stop?
No, which is red flag number 2. If I really wanted to do this, I would have wanted everyone around. If I was proud of my ring, I would have wanted everyone around. Believe me, I wanted to do this down at a drugstore down on the corner. You want to step out a minute here? You want to come down to the garage? Yeah, it was time. And I don't even remember exactly what I said. Oh, I know. Could I have another drink? That's what I said first. Keep 'em coming, matey. Arr. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I just did the standard, will you marry me?
Was there tears?
Will you marry me?
There were
no.
There were tears in your eyes.
I remember her mother, gasped.
You know that ring has now cost you a good $1. Probably.
Oh, dude, that ring's very expensive.
That's
very expensive.
That's the point we're trying to make to the guys out there. See, you think it makes sense at the time, but you're still paying for that ring.
That ring's very expensive.
Don't you wish the Baja crashed on the way to Massachusetts?
It might have been easier to deal with had it just spun out on the Mass Pike, rammed into an abutment. Burst into flames. Would have been warm.
So then, did she run around the room showing everybody the ring?
Yeah. And everyone was like, well, congratulations.
Anyone give you the look like, you cheap bastard?
I never saw that look. Maybe I just didn't want to see it. But that was probably the most pathetic engagement ring I've ever seen in my life. And then you get friends, that go, oh, look, and they show their engagement rings, and they're just these huge rocks. You can't even understand how anyone could afford it. And there was that little, what size was it? I'm trying to think of something that's that size, but I really can't. It was so small. A little grain of sand, like a little pebble.
Wow.
It was nothing. Oh, let me see. Is that, yeah. See, there's the Boston picture. We ought to put that up on the website.
Yeah, that's how Anthony's hair looked.
Yeah.
The first Boston album.
Sib from Boston, the drummer. And that was, that was the beginning. I had a little, for the wedding, I had a little party at the house that I was living at where everyone came over. Had it in the backyard. Talk about just white trash.
One guy screaming on the phone. It's a quarter of your it's a fourth of your salary, not a third. You tool.
Hey, ass cock! I saw the commercial 8,000 times. It said 3 months' salary. You jerk off. 3, 6, 9, 12. That is a quarter. Okay. Yeah. It's a fraction, idiot. A quarter. 3, 6, 9, 12.
Anthony you didn't come close to a tenth.
No,
right?
I didn't come close.
That's the point of this story.
That's the point, John. Don't worry about fractions. We don't. Yes, it is a quarter.
All right.
So what was a fourth?
You don't listen to us because we're math
Jim
majors.
Probably right.
Let's relax, everybody.
Jimmy was right. Jimmy knew he was right too.
Wait, you were right the whole time?
Yeah.
And I told you to shut up, and that's why you gave me that look like you wanted to kill me? I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm not reading out of your book, though.
For your lack of math skills. He took my cock.
Yeah, everyone's writing. It's 6,870. Isn't that what you said? Jesus.
Yeah, exactly what Jimmy said.
And I'm berating you like, you ass, shut up.
You idiot.
Cereal.
Put your calculator away, Mr. Calculator.
And I'm all confident. I'm like, I know, man. It's coming through like a million times.
Oh, people are just angry.
Jimmy, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Math wasn't the point of the story, people.
You don't listen to the show because we're math majors. We stink at math and many other things. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was. We had a little party, had the wedding at my mother's bar, and then it was, we did the whole actual ceremony thing in front of a justice of the peace down there in Northport. Had to drive into Northport and go to the justice of the peace, and then it was it. Then it's like, holy shit, I'm married.
And when did you realize I already know the answer.
Made a mistake?
Yeah.
The night of the wedding.
See, the story never changes. I'm always testing
it. The night of the wedding.
The night of the wedding, you knew you made a mistake, and then 10 years later, you finally got out.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
10 years. I hung in there for 10 years. 9 and change. I don't know why. Why would I do that? Why would I torture myself? But I did. I hung in there thinking, maybe the better job's around the corner. And you know something? It was. The better job was around the corner. Maybe my plan was working. I had gotten married, and then I guess 5 years, 4 and a half, 5 years later, I got the better job. I was going up to Massachusetts to do radio. What a coincidence and what a convenience, Opie. Thank you so much that our first gig was a mile away from my mother-in-law's house. Could have been anywhere in the United States. Is it safe to assume that the Opie and Anthony show, in its birth, would have gone anywhere in the country had we gotten a good offer?
Yeah, if you remember.
From New York to L.A., from Montana to Texas, we would have gone anywhere to start the show.
If you remember, I don't think we've ever talked about this on the air, but when we were working at BAB and I started sending out tapes when you and I started working together, we were getting hit. People were interested all over the country right away, which is crazy. Yeah. I'm going to bring in our first show someday. And that was after only working together for like 3 months.
Uh-huh.
And Dallas wanted us really bad.
Dallas.
You remember?
Could have been Dallas.
It was between Dallas. In the end, it was between Dallas and Worcester.
Could have been
Worcester / Boston.
Let's say anywhere from Spokane, Washington to Miami.
Yeah.
Bangor, Maine to San Diego. Anywhere in between, we could have ended up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mile away from my mother-in-law.
Yeah, the radio station was a mile away.
A mile away.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
It was the better offer.
And there I found myself in my Dodge Aries K car. Oh, yeah, I was stepping up. I'd gotten rid of the bug. I got a Dodge Aries K car. Driving back up.
That was on blocks when I first came to your crib.
Yeah.
Your awful crib.
Yeah. I remember turning on the air conditioner once and white smoke came out. I thought I was in a James Bond movie.
So you realized that you made a mistake the night of the wedding.
Yeah. There you are on your wedding night, which is supposed to be a night full of romance, right?
Well, hardcore sex.
Night full of romance.
Hardcore sex.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Those cute little panties that the women get at their bachelorette party and all that. Yeah, those are just torn off, and then you get down to just bumping uglies.
Well, Opie, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Sometimes it works out where maybe there was a little too much partaking in some alcoholic beverages, and maybe somebody's not in any condition to get a little romantic. And maybe the other person's laying back, staring at the ceiling, thinking, oh, my God, what have I done? Oh, my God, what have I done? Yeah.
So why didn't you get out at that point? Because it wasn't like you were going to lose a lot of money.
I don't know. That was not part of the plan.
And you told me once, like, you were staring at the ceiling and dare I say, there was a little tear in your eye, Anthony, a little tear in your eye.
Rolling down going, oh, my God, what have I done? It was.
That is just tragic.
It was not a good day. But I hung in there for another 9 years. I hung in there.
So you didn't have sex?
Because it was not part of the plan.
You didn't have sex on your wedding night?
I have no recollection of that, sir. I'm not going to cross certain boundaries in this conversation.
Oh, okay.
That might get me into
all right. More trouble?
Problems. Yeah.
You can't get in more trouble, can you?
Hey, who knows, huh? All I'm saying is certain parties were, partook a little too much, and other parties were regretful.
Wow. Wasn't there fights, too?
Oh, there were plenty of fights.
No, yeah. I know that. I know that personally. I used to get whatever. I used to get so freaking pissed off. But anyway, no, I'm talking about it during the wedding.
Yeah, there was some kind of
the reception.
There was there was something going on. My brother was trying to pick up on my brand new wife's cousin or something, or just even talking to her. I don't even know what the story was. And well,
your brother's here.
She took offense to it.
Yeah.
My brand new bride took offense to it and started yelling at my mother, calling my brother an asshole. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my goodness, this is just not good. This is just not good. And,
she's calling your brother
years.
an asshole to your mom on your wedding night or the reception or whatever?
Yeah, my mother's just kind of staring back like, oh, this is good. This is great. Picked a good one there. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. 9 years I hung in there. 9 more years.
No, you've hung in there longer because you've been paying for an extra 5 after.
Well, no,
I don't want to remind you.
There for 9 years, though. I hung in there for 9 years.
So this nightmare has been going on 14 years. So for all the people out there thinking of getting married, take that with you today.
Yeah.
14 years later, you're still dealing with that
I got the good job, though.
Yes, you did.
So the plan kind of worked.
So she was responsible for your
Could you go
your
down
career.
to Sears? And get a garage door opener and put it in my garage?
Sounds like a very easy thing to do.
Okay. It's my Christmas vacation. This one, before I was in radio, I'd knocked in, and then I would have to go up every Christmas. We'd have to visit every Christmas. And there was a new thing for me to do. I need some... We don't get any heat at all down in the basement. Really. Not... no hot air, and it's freezing down there. Really. Would you be able to run some ductwork from the furnace into the TV room in the basement? Okay. There I am, Mr. Okay. Mr. Okie Dokie. And during my Christmas vacation from knocking tin, I was knocking tin and hanging garage door openers. So happy now. I'm in such a happy place now. I don't have to do anything anymore.
It's very peaceful. No fighting. I bet you don't vacuum anymore.
I don't remember the last time I pulled out a vacuum. And you know when it was? I don't remember when it was, but I know the situation. When I wanted to. I looked around and said, I think I'm going to push a goddamn vacuum around the house. Boo! There you go. Back in the closet with you. See you whenever. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do now. I don't have to do anything. Anything I don't want to do anymore. But during that time, I had to do it all. I was taking the garbage out all the time. A lot of guys take the garbage out. But it was just that yelling thing about it. That point made that it's my job.
There was a lot of yelling.
Oh, there was a lot of yelling.
There was a time Anthony and I hung out a lot. A real lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember one time that didn't have yelling. Not you and I.
Mm-hmm.
There was always yelling.
There's no more yelling now.
And I hate yelling because I was brought up with yelling.
There's no more yelling now.
You yell at me, I don't even listen to you anymore. I don't even listen. My brain goes blank.
I don't yell.
No, you don't yell at all.
I don't
It had
yell
nothing
anymore.
to do with you.
No.
You would get yelled at over the stupidest things. And
You know what it's like to get yelled at as a grown man? Do you understand what that is, ladies? You don't yell at your husband. Yelling.
And you were a good... And this is what used to piss me off.
She spilled my coffee.
This is what used to piss me off. You were a good guy. A really good guy.
What a great guy I am.
No, you were... I'm talking about, even back in those days. And,
I'm very passive. I really put up with a lot of shit.
You were a really good guy. It wasn't like you were banging broads or doing... You were like a normal, nice guy doing...
That is how it ended.
Doing what you thought was right.
Maybe I should have sooner.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but it was about time.
It certainly was.
And then you're doing the right thing, and you're still just getting yelled at.
Yeah.
Over the stupidest things.
You just said, though, Ant, that you
Brother
don't
Joe.
do...
Hey, Brother Joe.
Hey, kids.
We told you to keep the
How's
mic away from
everybody?
him.
Brother Joe.
Good job, Ben.
You said... I know, you should have blocked me.
Brother
Mike
Joe.
blocked me. You said that you can do anything you want, though. Now you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do.
Pretty much.
And I just can't believe that. That's the reason I live alone.
Oh, right.
I live with nobody. I can truly do whatever I want or not do whatever I want whenever I want. Just thought I'd bring up
can
that
too.
point.
I got to tell you, I am in an amazing relationship. I love it. I've been with the same girl 5 years, and I can do whatever I want. It's amazing. Whatever I want to do. I really do. It's not like marriage. I'm not being yelled at ever.
So then you wanted to go see that No Doubt concert.
Actually, I did. I did.
Now it's cool to say.
There were free tickets. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I felt like coming in and busting
Jesus Christ.
Busting your chops.
All right. You want to start, asshole?
Let's go.
How about your fucking girlfriend? Every 2 seconds I got to hear, fucking bitch, fuck this, fuck that, fuck. You get more aggravation not living with someone than I've ever seen with anyone that does fucking live with somebody.
When do I bitch? When do I ever bitch about my girlfriend?
You're constantly bitching about your girlfirlriend.
Never.
Constantly.
Never.
Dude,
When?
always.
When? I don't have to bitch about it.
And I told
she's
her,
not there. She's not there often enough.
You kick her out of the fucking house sometimes.
Damn straight.
I've heard that.
Damn straight.
I've heard more shit from you about a girlfriend you don't live with.
Have you ever had the feeling that you wanted to but you couldn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a great place. I'm content. I sit. I don't have to yell. I don't have to be yelled at. That's my.
Then you're in a
life.
happy place.
And
I'm just
love
saying.
it.
I'm just saying. I can't live like that anymore. Divorce has completely ruined me for women.
Well, that's
completely ruined.
He had
me.
an even worse nightmare than I did.
Oh yeah.
Even worse than I did.
It sucked.
Chick smacking her face with a frying pan as she's looking at him in the face, and then calls the cops.
And then
says,
call the cops. Had me
Imagine
arrested.
a girl smiling. Picture your wife smiling at you, and then bashing herself in the face with a frying pan as she's looking at you, and then going 911.
Oh yeah.
Hello, my husband just punched me in the face.
By direction of the same lawyer that was involved with. Yeah.
Fun. And then Joe had to leave the house.
Allegedly.
Joe had to leave the house.
Oh, yeah.
That he
wasn't
had bought.
Wasn't allowed back in. Nightmare.
Yeah.
Like,
anyone
like 9/11.
anyone get married
Never
out there?
forget. We will never forget.
Anyone get married out there?
And I know both these guys really well. Trust me, she hit herself in the face with a frying pan.
Oh, Joe's like me. It wouldn't, there's no way by any stretch of the imagination.
We were raised by our mom.
We
were raised
to
ever lay a hand on a woman, ever.
Not even shake their shit out of bitch. Nothing.
All right.
Although you do get some kind of satisfaction out of watching those Canadian PSAs, don't you?
Oh, she spilled my coffee.
We could play that going into the break.
Yeah.
God.
All right, Joe.
You could dream.
All right, well, wow, that was an hour of radio. I don't know if it meant anything to anybody, but...
It was a public service announcement. That guy got a worse ring than I did.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Tad, stay on the line from San Francisco. We'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Impossible.
And, wow, the phones have exploded, so we'll go to them next. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. Don't worry about that, Ben. We'll play it a little later. We'll do, we'll do a mashup, and then we'll come right back with the show instead of taking a break here. So, as we take care of business in the bathroom, it's 9 Inch Nails and 50 Cent. Doing a little mashup. This is one of the most popular mashups.
50 cents?
Mr. 50 Cents, can I have your picture, please?
Ramon, clean this up.
Please. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show, the O&A virus spreading across America. Phones have exploded, Anthony. We should go right to them and see what's going on here. Also on the way, we got a Monster Rain thing. The Monster Rain thing just taking off.
People love Monster Rain.
We'll play this in a few minutes. Also, no offense to Double J, who's a morning guy somewhere in Arizona. He sent in a prank call that he can't play on his show because he'll get in trouble.
You slip with Double J.
Right. Yeah. So he wrote Steve all excited that he thinks this prank call is worth airtime. Mm-hmm. It's really, really, really awful. I know a lot of people in the business, meaning other radio guys, are listening to XM Satellite Radio. A lot of them have XM Satellite Radio. If you guys want us to play your stuff and give you full credit, that's great. But don't set yourself up like Double J did. This thing is awful, and he writes an email that he's so excited that this is the best thing that has ever been heard on radio. And
Perhaps you're jaded, Opie. Perhaps it's really good.
And it's awful.
I bet it's a lot funnier than you're letting on.
All right, we'll have to wait and see then, right? But first, we got to go to the phones. A lot of people could relate to Anthony today. It's Lost Boy, the trucker. Lost Boy, what's up? Lost Boy. He's lost on the phones. Are the phones working today? Yeah. Lost Boy. Hold on. No. Rick, the trucker.
Yeah, what's up?
It's just that Lost Boy's lost.
I'm not lost.
I know. What's going on, Rick?
They call me the panty sniffer on the CB radio.
You got the panty sniffer?
Yeah.
Why do they call you the panty sniffer?
Well, my wife gave me that handle when I first started driving. My wife.
Is that your CB name?
Yeah.
Well, it was better than mine when I used to do the CB thing.
Oh,
I was Diamond Dust.
Diamond Dust.
Diamond Dust.
That's what he had in the ring he gave us.
Yes. I know it's awful now, but I was like, I don't know. I was like It's 11 years old. I didn't know.
Hey,
Pops
you got the diamond dust.
Pops had a CB radio, and I had to come up with a name. I was 11. Give me a break.
Ooh.
All right, go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, anyway, I've been married for about 20 years, and whenever I go home for my time off, if it's snowing out and there's snow all over the ground, I'll stand outside, watch my wife shovel the snow. Summertime comes, I'll be standing outside watching my wife cut the lawn. So I pretty much do whatever I want at the house. I don't have my wife screaming at me. I think the secret is you got to have the right paycheck, and you got to give her the big O. Give her a big O, give her the right paycheck, and that pretty much sets her up. That's all I got to say. You guys there? Hello? Shit.
I love the silent game.
He doesn't do anything in his marriage because he sounds retarded.
He's like,
that's why she's doing all the chores around the house.
Yeah.
You just keep drooling on yourself, and your wife will take care of you.
Give her the big O.
My God.
The old right hook.
Right.
And when you say that I watch her shovel the snow and no one laughs, what makes you think you should follow it up with the humorous, then I watch her cut the grass? Idiots.
Tim from Wyoming, what's going on?
I thought he'd have one for every season.
Yeah.
You know, in spring, I watch her do the cleaning.
And I watch her rake the leaves.
Tim, what's up?
I've got a horrible divorce story.
All right, let's go.
I work in the oil field. I work about 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, you know. Very rarely do I get a day off. But anyways, I come home, my house is never clean, you know, nothing's ever done. She's not taking care of her kids. So I tell her it's done. It's over. She goes, if you leave me, I'll kill myself right here. And I didn't believe she'd do it, so I say, go ahead, do it. And she just starts fucking hacking at her wrists with the knives. And then I have to tie her up because she's screaming and ranting and take her up to the hospital. And when I take her up to the hospital, the doctors see me walking to the hospital with a woman that's bleeding and tied up. They call the security guard. The security guard beats me down and throws me down on the ground. And they think it's me that's doing it. And it was all because I told her I'd had enough and I was leaving.
You tied her up?
Well, I had to because she was slashing at me with the knife because she was trying to kill herself. I had to get her in my truck.
So did they believe you in the end? Your story?
Oh, yeah, they believed me in the end because my fingerprints weren't on the knife or anything.
Right.
And she didn't end up being able to kill herself. They said I saved her life.
You should never be in a situation where you have to say my fingerprints weren't on the knife.
I know.
Well, I agree, but, you know, who's going to...
They weren't.
This is what I'm talking about. You know, he probably got married. It was a nice ceremony. They had the first dance. What was your song at your wedding, sir?
My song?
Yeah.
It was by Lone Star, a country song, you know.
Can you find that song, Lone Star? You know the name?
Oh, fuck. I haven't listened to it in a
So
long
there they
time.
are, dancing nice.
Something like we were meant to be together or something like that.
And it ends with her hacking at her wrist.
Ends with her hacking and security beating him down at a hospital.
See, this is what the people that went to your wedding, they don't get to see. They get to see everyone all dressed nice with their wedding haircuts.
Sir, was the Lone Star song Amazed?
Yes, that's it.
Amazed.
All right, look for Amazed. We'll hear his wedding song and remind him of happier times. Did you have a full wedding with the photographer? And so you got nice pictures where you're both smiling. Were those pictures glancing down at you as she was trying to slit her wrist?
Here they are.
Battered with blood.
Here they are in happier days, Anthony.
Oh, gazing into each other's eyes.
Don't forget, it ended with her hacking at her wrist with a butcher's knife, and he had to tie her up and drag her to the hospital all bloody.
Oh, it was horrible.
But it started like this, Anthony.
Oh.
By the way, I hit the post.
But yeah, that's all I had.
Oh, they're just gazing lovingly into each other's
Oh,
eyes.
look at Mom and Dad.
Oh, look, they're smiling.
I do believe Dad's crying a little bit.
Well, it's a very, very tender moment right now.
And it ends with,
You son of a bitch, you're not leaving me! Ka, 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 ka.
Yeah, it was a lot worse than.
Oh, who saw this coming? Oh, here they go. Now the whole wedding. The whole wedding party. There they are, the brand new Mr. and Mrs. whatever the fuck his name is.
Now everybody put their risky business sunglasses on. We're going to have some fun.
Oh, remember, it ends with her hacking at her wrist and him tying her up, taking her to the hospital and being beaten down by security.
Right.
Because he wanted out of that relationship.
But it started off nice.
Let's look how it starts out, Opie. There it is. Yeah. The whole bridal party's looking on. They're ready because any minute now the announcement's going to come up. Why doesn't everybody join them on the dance floor?
Everybody on the dance
first
floor.
Dance together.
Oh, look, somebody's helping up, helping the grandma up.
Oh, isn't that cute?
But it ends with her hacking at her wrist.
Look, he's a little awkward dancing, and they both laugh at each other because it's a little uncomfortable.
There's the photographer moving in to get that special shot, Anthony.
That's good. Yeah. And then later, a photographer will come in and photograph her wounds for the court case.
Did she have blood all over her face, sir? Not unlike the cake you smeared on there in happier times, you dummy.
Fast forward, here comes CSI. Jesus. My God, man. All right, Tim, thank you.
There was the part where he was actually slipping the garter. Does he do that? Who puts the garter on the bride's leg?
She does, I guess.
Doesn't he take it off?
I think the best man takes it off.
And then someone throws it over their shoulder.
Right, and
whatever
catches
guy
it.
Catches it, puts it on the girl that catches the bouquet.
But there's something else going around her ankle today. It's a rope to keep her from kicking at him.
Speaking of the garter coming off, do you think at McCartney's wedding he pulled it off, or she just sneezed and it went it fell right off?
Lost Boy is back. Lost Boy. Lost Boy.
He's not back.
You're kidding. You know what?
He's just still lost.
He's still lost. All right. Well, All right. Let me see. Jamie and KC.
Oh, and hey, Jimmy.
Are you still married?
Fella.
What's up?
Are you still married?
No. Actually, I just wanted to let you guys know where the word fuck comes from.
All right, go ahead.
All right, back in medieval time, if a couple wanted to get married, they'd have to go up to the king and get consent before they got married or have the union. And if he consented to it, they would hang a sign, F-U-C-K, above their house, and it would say, fornication under consent of king. Of course, the king got a little, he got the first piece of ass if he liked, but that's where the word fuck originated.
I don't know if that's accurate. I've heard that before, but I've also heard it was a charge against prostitutions, and the legal charge was for unlawful carnal knowledge, which was the actual legal charge for selling sex, and that's where that slang came from. So I've heard fornicating under the consent of the kings, but it's not fuck. Because there's a "the" in there, so I don't think that's very accurate.
Well, hey, that's just what I pulled off the internet in high school, right?
Yeah, and the internet's full of real facts.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
All right.
It's not, though.
Speaking of which, let's listen to this really fast.
Perhaps one of the most interesting words in the English language today is the word fuck. Out of all of the English words that begin with the letter F, fuck is the only word that is referred to as the F word. It's the one magical word. Just by its sound can describe pain, pleasure, hate, and love. Fuck, as most words in the English language, is derived from German, the word frichen, which means to strike. In English, fuck falls into many grammatical categories. As a transitive verb, for instance, John fucked Shirley. As an intransitive verb, Shirley fucks. Its meaning's not always sexual. It can be used as an adjective, such as, John's doing all the fucking work. As part of an adverb, Shirley talks too fucking much. As an adverb enhancing an adjective, Shirley is fucking beautiful. As a noun, I don't give a fuck. As part of a word, abso-fucking-lutely, or in-fucking-credible. And, as almost every word in a sentence, fuck the fucking fuckers. As you must realize, there aren't too many words with the versatility of fuck, as in these examples describing situations such as fraud. I got fucked at the used car lot. Dismay. Aw, fuck it. Trouble. I guess I'm really fucked now. Aggression. Don't fuck with me, buddy. Difficulty. I don't understand this fucking question. Inquiry. Who the fuck was that? Dissatisfaction. I don't like what the fuck is going on here. Incompetence. He's a fuck off. Dismissal. Why don't you go outside and play hide and go fuck yourself? I'm sure you can think of many more examples. With all of these multi-purpose applications, how can anyone be offended when you use the word? We say, use this unique, flexible word more often in your daily speech. It will identify the quality of your character immediately. Say it loudly and proudly. Fuck you!
All right, that was a little quickie because we wanted to talk about something off the air here to make this bit a little better. Oh, wait, I have to go to Tad in San Francisco, Anthony. He has a worse ring story than you, I think.
Tad.
Hey, Tad, what's up?
Hey, I got to premise this for a second. Is that I got married I got engaged 2 days after my 20th birthday.
Oof.
And
all right, wait, why?
Because I was in love, and
love.
You know,
really.
You know, a little known fact about the Opster. I almost got married when I was 21 years old. Oof. And I can't even imagine.
Too young.
That would have ended in disaster. It was a chick that was living in Utica, New York.
Utica.
And we went to college together, and I would visit her in the summer, and I was sitting there like at some awful lake in the middle of Utica thinking, I really need to, propose to this chick.
Oh, boy.
I am such a different person than I was at 21. I can't even imagine, marrying the girl and that it would have lasted.
No.
Well,
dude, you're too young to.
It might fail.
I think I can speak for myself. I think most people at 20 have no idea what they're getting into.
True.
You're just not. You're just. Whatever. You just don't have enough knowledge yet.
Well, that was
about your own feelings and what
ago,
you're looking
so
for
I'm
in a
still
relationship.
A stupid kid.
All right, so you're 20 and you decide to get engaged
because he's in love, and
you
figure it's a good way to screw it up.
Exactly.
All right, go ahead.
My ring cost $8. It's I got it at Macy's in the what do you call it? The prop jewelry section.
Costume jewelry?
Yeah. And it was made of brass, and after a couple days it started turning green and left a green mark on her finger.
That's great.
And so did you end up getting married?
Yeah, we got married July 4th, 2003 in Reno.
Are you still married?
Yeah.
Does she still wear the brass ring?
No, we got actual gold wedding rings, and we wear those now.
But she doesn't wear an engagement ring?
No, because one, it's too big for her now, but also the green didn't work.
All right, thanks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was cheaper than mine.
Yeah,
than that.
Big Show, the trucker. What's up, Big Show?
Freak show.
Come on. Let's go.
Okay, I married my wife. She's in prison. I paid $50 at the pawn shop for the wedding ring and engagement ring set. She's in prison for being a sex offender. She likes to have sex with underage girls.
Wait, you married a girl that likes to have sex with underage girls?
Yeah.
And she was still in jail when you got married?
She's still in jail right now. She comes home in March.
In March?
Why would you get married to a girl that's still in jail?
Well, I knew her before she went to jail. We lived in the same trailer park in Kentucky. And I went to start visiting her while she was in prison. Needed somebody to visit.
Are you hoping she'll hook you up with some threesomes, sir?
Yeah, I think that's what he's hoping for. He's gunning for her bringing some company home.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, it's going to get a lot worse than that. But she's having trouble making parole because she's a sex offender. So I married her to help her make parole.
Oh, there you go.
Well, how old a girl did she sleep with?
She was 20 at the time, and the girl was 13.
I love her.
That's hot.
What a good girl. Yeah.
Hey, Norton, if you really want wild sex, go to Laredo, Texas. Go across the border to Nuevo Laredo. 2 15-year-old girls all night with the hotel room, $100.
I don't mess with underage girls, even in other countries. I'm a pig, but they got to be 18. If they're not 18, I won't touch them.
That's not underage in Mexico.
No, I don't care. I mean, I understand that. You could probably go to certain countries and bang a 12-year-old. I don't like that type of innocence. I like filth bags. Innocence doesn't turn me on.
Like her lips hanging out, your kind of thing.
No, I don't like virgins. I don't like innocence. I like dirty girls.
This couple, a truck driver and a woman in prison, a sex predator, and this guy who's going down across the border for 15-year-old girl. This is just an investigative reports on A&E waiting to happen.
If you want me to prove it, put it back offline. I can give your producers the website to go look at her profile in prison.
No. All right.
Yeah.
Offline, sure.
Hold on.
I was saying no.
We'll read her profile in a minute here. In the meantime, we'll talk to Tim, a divorce attorney from Long Island. What's up, Tim?
What's up, guys? Listen, guy comes into our office. He's 73 years old.
You know we hate you, right? Right off the bat?
Yeah, you scumbag.
We hate divorce attorneys.
I'm a father's advocate.
Oh.
I'm a father's advocate. I'm a
father's advocate.
What does that mean?
I advocate divorces for fathers. I'm a father. I'm divorced.
Okay.
I take men.
All right. I'll let you squeak by with that one. So what's the story? An old guy comes in?
73 years old. Got divorced 28 years ago. Hasn't seen his wife in 28 years. She's looking for an increase in maintenance. He's still paying her maintenance. Maintenance is alimony.
Ooh.
She's going to get it. She's going to get an increase in maintenance. The judge has already told us that we can expect to lose this.
Now,
28 years.
How long were they married?
They were married for 20 years. They've been divorced for 28 years.
So 28 years later, the guy's still paying.
So I guess
he's still paying. Not only that, he's going to pay more now, and he's on a fixed income. He's going to die soon.
Now, why would a court give her money for longer than they were even married?
Because the judge doesn't give a shit about men.
Wow.
All they care, because he worked and he made all the money. She made no money. Therefore, she has to be kept in the premarital living.
And they wonder. They
28
wonder
years
why
later.
This old guy should just go in and choke her to death.
Just incompetent whores.
Yep.
That's
She's
so
never had a job.
disgusting.
She's still unemployed. Still lives off that money.
Wow.
Never had a job in her entire life and never will now.
All right.
They want independence, and I mean, they have independence, but they want all this, March on Washington, keep your laws off my body.
Yeah.
But boy, as soon as the relationship's over, they dig those greedy diddlers into a wallet and take whatever they can get. I can't work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, guys.
The phones have exploded. Let's say hi to Chris in Rochester. Chris, before you tell your story, do you know the song that the couple danced to at their wedding?
No, I wasn't. I didn't know the couple.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, go ahead.
They're in the 70s. It could have been a good one.
I thought this was pretty clever. The guy was getting divorced, and he decided he didn't want his wife to have the house and the car. So he torched the house and the car.
Oh, burned him up?
Well, the clever part was he canceled the insurance on the house and the car, so the cops couldn't charge him with anything.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an insurance scam. Well, you could still get
arson. Yeah, it's still arson.
I don't think you're allowed to.
He was never
set
arrested
things
for
on
the
fire.
crime?
What happened? He was going for a test to be like an air marshal, and they said, shoot the hostage.
Great story.
Oh, my God. Does this guy bring up a... Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm buying that story because, I mean, he would still get arrested for something.
Yeah. Sure would.
I was talking about that chick in Utica that I had this thought I should maybe propose to in the summer way back in the day.
Yeah.
Tool bag from New Orleans. Instead of placing a ring on the Utica girl's finger, Opie drove off with his own stinking finger out the window.
Oh.
That's actually the same girl. The guy
No
nailed
way.
it. Yeah.
Good thing you didn't
The
marry
guy
her.
nailed it. I thought every girl smelled awful down there because there's one girl.
You were driving back to New York and you had
No,
to
that's a true story.
drive with your finger out the window.
Dude, I finger banged my girlfriend right before Thanksgiving break, and then I had to drive home to
Hot.
I had to drive.
You're a hopeless romantic. Yeah, I finger banged her.
So you
Well, now I
banged old Mary Jane Roddenkratz in her pretty pink panties.
It was before Thanksgiving break. I was going to school in Geneseo. Had my little Honda, and I had to drive home for the holidays, and I couldn't figure out what the smell was, and I showered and washed my hands and stuff, but it was
Just
so
keep
bad.
getting a little waft of it.
Oh yeah, it was so bad that I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the smell off my hands. So I literally opened up the window and drove most of the way with my hand hanging out the window to air it out. It was awful, and because of that, I thought all girls,
Was it the first girl you had, been with, or?
No, not really, but it was
So
the
then
first
why
one I
didn't-
was really serious with. So I don't know.
Like, I would think if you had a previous
You're
girl
right. You're
that
right.
didn't smell like that.
You're right, but this one just kind of.
Was it poor hygiene or just some kind of chemical?
I don't know what it was, dude.
Yeast thing?
I haven't smelled it since. It
No,
was
huh?
absolutely awful, and I thought every girl smelled like that. So the Opster wasn't known for going down for a really long time because I was just too scared.
Oh,
of it.
boy.
And then I realized, okay, it was just her, thank God. And now my bad breath is cured.
But she was the one you were thinking about marrying.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
that would have been something, huh?
Oh, it was the worst. The worst smell ever.
We got the profile of the truck driver whose
Oh, she's pretty hot.
wife is in prison.
She's 25. She's white, female, blue eyes, red hair, red auburn hair, 5'2", 120. And she's smiling. She's all happy that she's in
She's
jail.
all happy. Wow, that's something. And she likes young girls.
And she likes very young girls.
Does it say that in the profile?
No, they probably should put that in there. Kentucky Offender Online Lookup System.
Freak show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Scroll down a little bit. It shows that she's in there for criminal sexual assault.
Did you know her before she went to jail?
Yeah, we were in the same trailer park together.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Sure
I'm
you
sorry.
were.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you.
That's a hell of a catch, and good luck.
Have fun with that one. All right.
Well, dude, her offense was sodomy in the second degree?
Yeah.
Why sodomy?
I think she pled down to that because they were giving each other head. Girls can't have intercourse, and sodomy is anything that's not intercourse in Kentucky.
I got blood rushing to my mule right now. That is so hot.
Oh,
And she doesn't look a day over 14.
Actually, that where it says she's 120, she's 102.
102.
In
Okay.
Kentucky, they do not allow
Yeah, they're awful.
mouth to vag, do they?
When is she getting out, sir? March?
Yeah, March. She's got some pretty hot friends, Norton.
Yeah, maybe you two could call the show and have sex with Wonderama in the background and go for Sexy Estate.
I've already planned it.
All right,
she's
good.
all up for it.
You're a good man.
I think we're going to have a couple
Hey, Martin,
try to
what
get
are
the
you-
title of Sexiest State in America today, by the way.
Nice. Choose a kid show that's been off the air for 20 years.
I really am an old fool. I could have said SpongeBob
Bob
or Blue's
SquarePants.
Clues. But no, you'll get Wonderama. Maybe you could watch Laughing.
Jimmy Neutron would have been a good one.
Oh, the Soupy Sales Show.
Norton, when do you come to Kentucky? When do you come to Louisville?
I don't know. I'd like to book a gig down there. I'm probably around March, actually.
It's Comedy Caravan. Come on down, and we'll get. She has cousins. I've got a cute sister.
Thank you,
Come on
mister.
down.
Bet you do.
Cool.
That's just a problem waiting to happen.
Wonderama.
Anthony, what's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, you guys are going to love this story. Hey, my ex-girlfriend...
Strap in.
Hold on. Strap in. My ex-girlfriend, she was cheating on me, so she had this... She went out to Reno. She came back with this freaking really nice diamond ring, right? So she left it at my house. I gave it to a friend of mine who was a jeweler. He swapped it out, put a cubic zirconium, and I kept the diamond. When I met my future wife, I said, fuck it, I'll give her that diamond. And the thing was worth like $10,000. So I gave it to her, and we had a little problem. She was Korean, and her English was so So we always had fights, just a little.
God damn.
I was hanging in there, but your phone really blows monkey ass.
She's Korean, and she had bad English or something like that, and... Oh, my God.
Can you call back? He had a bad cell phone. That was actually a very good... I was loving that story.
Anthony.
Yeah, his cell phone's
his
cutting out.
phone's ass.
Call back.
Well, Dominic wants to ask some questions here. Dominic, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Listen, I just got engaged.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good luck to you, sir.
Well, no, listen, I'm looking for some of your advice.
Yes.
Turn down your radio. Turn down your radio.
All right, turn
You're
down the
on the
radio.
air.
Not a
It's
problem.
a freaking delay.
Has to go up
All right.
into outer space.
Oh my God! Come on, Dominic.
What's going on, guys? So listen,
Hi,
I
Dominic.
Just got engaged. I just got engaged, right? And, I've been with this girl for like 10 years, good girl and everything. But I missed the first part of your show, and apparently you guys were giving some rationale on why not to get married.
You're 26 and you've been with a girl for 10 years?
Yeah, high school sweetheart, that kind of business.
That's danger. Warning. You ever been with another girl?
Oh, yeah. Couple of them.
Before you were 16? Or like...
Actually, yeah. I've been around the block. But,
what's your question, Dominic?
The question is well, it's actually not a question. It's more of like advice. What do you guys think?
Why did we decide that Dominic needs to be on our radio show today?
Who's going to read?
Yeah, this isn't.
Wait, who decided that Dominic needs to be on the show today? You guys. Dominic stinks.
I'll say he does.
Oh, poor Dominic. He's going through a tough time.
Basically, refer back to the first hour of the show is what he wants.
He wanted
to
a recap.
We already did a whole hour, and now you guys put Dominic on because he missed the first hour and he needs advice.
Tune in a couple hours.
Which we gave during the 6 o'clock hour. Who put Dominic on the phone?
I think I'll want some answers from one of the interns out there.
Huh? Dominic stinks.
Finger pointing going on in the booth. Finger pointing.
Hot young men pointing at each other.
Dominic.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
You're awful.
You call up for a recap.
All right, here's I forgot his name.
Danny.
Danny, sorry, Danny. Danny.
No, well, when he called, I said, well, didn't you listen to the first hour and a half of the show? And he said, well, I just woke up. And I'm like, and I wasn't going to put him through. He's like, but I just got engaged. Maybe they could talk me out of it.
Danny.
Yeah.
Norton's
my time in the barrel, I suppose.
Well, Norton has opened up one of his books, so I don't know.
Oh,
it's really up to Norton. And Dominic has hung up, which he should have done. Thank you, Dominic.
Sorry.
I don't know if I'm going to make Danny read, actually. I don't know if I'm going to make him read.
No?
No.
Have I been a
Ope was
good boy?
already reading at one point.
He, What?
Oh, you have to read.
No.
Oh, you do.
For what?
Gee, I don't know. Does anybody remember 12 being divided from 27,500 times 3?
Yeah, the math was a little off there.
Because you said a third of the salary.
It doesn't matter what he said.
It was a third.
It was a third. I got the number right. If it was a third.
A third of your salary is a quarter of your yearly
No, but
pay.
I gave the correct figure, and he was very, very demeaning about the correct figure, and so I think that you definitely have a reading.
A third of 27,000 is 9,000.
You're right.
No, it's 3 months' salary.
Did you
How
say
we got that?
Did you say 3 months' salary or a third of?
I said 3 months'
3
salary.
months' salary.
Oh, you did.
And then it was bastardized into being a third somehow, through no fault of mine.
As if a year only has 9 months.
Yeah.
We're all living on Jupiter.
I think it would have been funnier if it was Mars.
Why?
Venus.
Well, Jupiter actually rotates once every 10 hours. I don't think any of them would have been funnier. I just figured Jupiter's a funnier word.
I think Venus might have the 9
Does it
month
rotate
thing.
every 10 hours?
Yes, it does. That's very crushing gravity.
Is it 10 hours, though?
Yes, that's 1,000 times the size of our planet.
You sure?
Positive.
I'm going to go to
the
discovery.com in a
rotation
minute
around
here.
the sun is what
I know.
goes the year. You know that.
Yeah, it
And
didn't matter.
For Jupiter, it would be
Oh,
a
it
very
didn't matter.
long time.
It didn't matter, huh?
I could have said Uranus.
It's just funny to say.
It didn't matter, huh?
What? How many years? How long it takes to go around the thing?
Yeah.
No, I'll read, please.
Yeah, he'd enjoy it.
I know. All right, calm down. All right. Sean.
Yes.
What was your wedding song before you tell the story?
God, I don't know. It's so long ago.
You don't remember your wedding
You don't
song?
remember the first song you danced
That
to?
sweet,
I'm
tender
sorry, I'm a sorry
moment?
piece of shit.
What?
I'm just sorry. I'm just a sorry piece of shit.
You really don't remember the first song you danced to?
No. Well, I remember the song that you danced with your father.
What was that?
Butterfly Kisses?
Butterfly kisses.
All right.
So you were standing on the side watching that sweet, tender moment.
Yeah, a sweet moment between a father and a daughter, and then we'll let you tell your story. But we got to play the song a little bit
That's
here.
pretty. That's a pretty tender moment for a father and a daughter. He's giving away his little girl to a man.
So there's Sean on the sidelines, just off the dance floor. There's Daddy's little girl,
and here they are. Everyone's just crying. There it is. Let's listen in. Oh. Little awkward steps that he remembers as a little girl. Perhaps she used to dance on his shoes. Stand on his shoes as Daddy would dance. And now she's a woman. Being married dancing with Dad at her wedding. The last time that she's his little girl.
His little girl. So what did this little girl do to Sean?
Well, I knew it was a mistake from the beginning when I gave her the ring.
Yeah.
Basically, it was a constant screaming, just like Anthony said. Just constant nagging. And so I guess it was almost like self-sabotage after the wedding.
Yeah.
And so I used to work at a bar. I was a bartender. Hooked up with a chick, nailed her, and got kind of nervous because I heard this chick was a prostitute before.
Daddy's little girl was a prostitute?
No.
Girl he picked
Girl-
up.
The chick who picked up at the
Oh,
bar.
the phone crapped out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this other girl I nailed was a prostitute before my knowledge. So with all nervousness, I went and got tested.
Yeah.
Now, they give you this little card, basically, that, gives you your anonymity. So you can have a number. So when you go back to this site or to this place where you got the test from, they can match it up with whatever test you got for the results.
Uh-huh.
Came out clean. I was fine. But I kept this card for some reason.
Oh.
And she knew I was acting different. Well, she goes through the house, and she finds this card. So she starts nailing me with questions. What's going on? What's happening? So I finally break down and say, fuck it, I'm just going to tell her. So I tell her. She goes ballistic. We're in the bedroom, and she's sitting on the bed by the nightstand. And there's a picture of us. Believe it or not, it's our wedding picture.
Right.
So I'm standing by the door, and I tell her, I slept with another woman. This is where the card came from. I was nervous. I thought there was cooties on her or something. No more. I didn't get a chance to finish the sentence, and the picture came flying across the room and embedded itself into the sheetrock wall.
Daddy's little girl, everybody.
Daddy's little girl.
Yeah, but you really are dumb. Why didn't you just tell her that you were panicking or you weren't feeling well and you never know with blood work? Why didn't you just use a blood work angle? We're saying that it has a 10-year incubation period and you were just nervous.
Yeah. Not everyone is as smart as you, Jimmy.
That's cheating 101.
Sometimes
he folded under pressure. Yeah, I worry about you, Henry. You may start dropping T-cells.
It's all hindsight now.
Yeah.
But anyways, the chaos didn't end there. It started going on. She started going after my throat with her nails. She started tearing apart the room.
Wait, can we turn up Daddy's Little Girl, the little song that was playing?
Those same beautiful nails that held her father's hand as they danced.
Or now at your throat.
Digging into Sean's adulterous throat.
So I take her and I chuck her outside.
You threw Daddy's little girl out on the lawn. There you go.
As he looked over at you as the man that was going to take his place, taking care of his little girl.
My knight in shining armor.
You cheat on her and then heave her across the room.
Has now thrown me outside with the trash on the lawn. All right, continue there, Sean.
So I close the door and try to get some stuff together and get my composure back.
Yeah.
Well, as the door is closed, she's outside and she starts riding into the window with her diamond ring, asshole.
That
very diamond she got.
That very diamond ring that she was gazing at as her arm was around her father.
Yes.
As this song was playing at the wedding.
Now carving asshole in the window.
And you know she wanted to carve that right into your forehead, sir.
She was right, though. The wife is right in this one, dude. Because you know what? You were probably banging her the whole time without a rubber, and now she's like, you thought you might have had AIDS after having sex, and you're banging me without a rubber. She was right. She should have smashed
I'm not
your face.
I'm not saying I was a good guy. That was a dick thing to do, completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you get a divorce after that?
Oh, yeah. It's done and gone. But when I chucked her outside and I heard that scratching on the window, I went to go check it. She had finished with the window and started kicking the headlights and breaking the wipers off my car.
Daddy's little girl.
Those
Daddy's
little feet that danced in front of Daddy were now going through his headlights.
Butterfly kisses.
Butterfly
that's it, my
kisses.
friends.
Very
Get
good.
nothing else for you.
Thank you, Sean.
That's a
You
good
guys
one.
take care.
What a beautiful story.
Wait,
with a beautiful song.
Yes.
See, there's a little kid sound, like Daddy remembers her.
A S S H O.
You son of a bitch!
Right, exactly. I don't know. Someone's spelling very strangely in the other room.
Hey, Bafango! Bafango, you!
Pete.
You guinea brat!
Pete, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
I got a story that you'll all love.
All right. Hold on. Are you engaged now, or did you get married?
No, we broke up.
But,
we were engaged to get married.
Okay.
And as an engagement gift, her rich cousin took me out, picked out a $55,000 engagement ring, gave it to her. We went out for a couple of months like that, and then broke off.
Oh.
I kept the ring.
You kept the ring?
I got the ring now.
Well, there you go. A little profit taking. Nice.
I put up with it for 2 years. I got something out of it at least.
All right. Well, Lost Boy wants to try one more time. Thanks, Pete.
Bye, Pete.
Lost Boy for the last time. What's up, Lost Boy?
Hey, I got a great story. I bought a...
Great story. Strap in, people.
All right,
it's going to be great.
Did you end up getting married?
Yes, I did.
What was your wedding song?
Amazing Lone Star.
Everyone loves Amaze.
Well, we could crank that song up again. Why not? Hold on for the song, sir, and then you can tell your story, okay?
Okay.
As soon as you hear the music playing, you go ahead with your cute little story.
What year did you get married?
I got married in 94.
94?
94, 96.
And when did you get divorced?
I got divorced last year.
Last year, okay.
All right.
I think the music's about to play, yes.
Once again, we'll hear from Lone Star.
All right.
Amazed. Very popular
Here it
wedding
was,
song.
once again, their wedding song, Anthony. But this is the side the people that went to the wedding don't get to see.
This is truly the wedding song of the Red States.
That's right. All right, go ahead, Lost Boy.
Anyway, I bought the ring. We got married. I'm a truck driver. I'm never home. About 2 months before we got divorced, I come home to surprise her. Here she's in bed with a black guy.
Oh, okay. Let that sink in a little bit as we hear from Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Your wedding song.
You're working your ass off, trucking around America. You come home and surprise her, and she's in bed with a black guy.
There seems to be a colored gentleman in my bed.
Was this before? Was this after? You, hold on. Was this after? Hold on. Was this after you got married?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now you gotta understand. You gotta see the image that I saw when I came into our bedroom.
Go ahead.
There with this black guy just nailing.
Oh, but there was a time you were dancing to this song, and all was right with the world. It was just you and your little precious. No one else mattered except for the big black guy banging your wife.
You know, aside from the black guy screwing my wife, everything was really good.
All right, continue.
Okay. Now this is where the kicker comes in. This woman for 5, whatever years it was, she never did a day's worth of work. I'd leave, leave. The dishes would be in the sink. I'd come home a month later, and the dishes would still be there in the sink. Wouldn't take care of our daughter. It was just awful.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yeah?
When you were dancing to this Amazed, did you ever think that would be the reaction she had when she saw a big black dick in her face?
Jimmy, come on. It's already hard enough that, I'm not particularly fond of the black gender.
Oh, see? Now you're prejudiced now because of what happened to you personally.
No, he doesn't like the black gender.
I was for that.
So was the marriage over at that point, sir?
Oh, yeah, but the 3 years probation is always going to be remembered as I'm serving that right now.
Why, you beat up the guy?
Well, I should have. He grabbed his clothes. I'm a big guy. He moved all up faster than I did. But it was the Jack Daniels and the gallon of Jack Daniels and the pint of Kevlar polished off right afterwards, and then decided to go out and shoot the gun at the house.
Yeah, you shoot that house.
He was shooting the house, Anthony. But there was a time they were dancing to this
Every little thing
lovely
that
song.
You do. My wife is with a jigaboo.
And he's filling her full of goo.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yeah.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
And that's all
Before I go, I want to send out a big fuck you to that fucking cunt.
Oh, wow. You surprised me there because ladies on the show do not like the C word.
Oh, my God.
So we came up with this little thing. You guys got to warn us before you do the C word so we can play this.
Warning, C word alert, C word alert.
Uh-oh, batten down the hatches.
Warning.
All right, now you can say it, sir, again.
I want to send out a big fuck you to that cunt.
All right.
And I hope she
happy with that crack-stealing fucking nigger.
Oh, God.
Wow, we might need the N-word alert, too. All
Yeah,
right.
we need another alert.
Lord, he's desperate.
Thank you, Lost Boy.
Do what he says.
It all started with this song, Anthony, and it ended with him taking his shotgun and shooting the house.
Help me.
Hold it.
See, this is what...
The next man makes a move, the nigger gets it.
See, this is what the family doesn't get to see after everyone goes home from the wedding and and gets their coats and drives home drunk.
Oh, can I take the centerpiece home?
Right. You don't get to see the shotgun coming out of the closet.
No, and blasting the house.
And the windows getting blown out.
Because she's
as a
cheating
black
with
guy,
a black gentleman.
As a black guy's running across the lawn naked with his clothes.
Oh, man.
And the guy's going to shoot him, so the black guy just stops and picks up a lantern, and the guy runs right by with a shotgun.
Oh, my God, Jimmy.
What fits in that neighborhood?
You guys want to do one more? Do you have that song queued up for line 7 there?
Wow.
Bumper, right?
Yes.
All right, hold on, Bumper. We're getting your wedding song.
I guess we asked for it previously. Nice. The
That's what I whispered.
Look at you guys.
Just to try to make this move along.
So
but
this
obviously
will be a little surprise. What's his wedding song?
All right, so this was the song you guys danced to on that fine, fine day.
Was it a rock and roll wedding?
Yeah, 80s metal.
There you go.
It's Angel by Aerosmith. So him and his lovely bride dancing to this.
Now
they
he
were
winces. Now Jimmy winces at this song.
I like Amazed.
Yeah, and this one as a wedding song that you wince? What would you rather have, some Black Sabbath?
Close My Eyes Forever would be nice. No, I don't go for that for wedding songs.
All right, so, they're dancing. Everything's right with the world. They think they're going to be together forever, Anthony.
Once again, couple gazing into each other's eyes. Nothing but love there. As
Lovingly.
they're dancing together to this song they'll remember forever.
And they know they're going to screw 5 or 6 times that night. But you know what? Everyone goes home, and then this is what you don't get to see. What happened there, Bumper?
Well, we got married. I joined the Air Force. The first Gulf War started, and I wound up being over there 11 months.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure this song would come on during the time you were there and would get her through, because it would remind her of the great time that you had at your wedding and the commitment you made to each other and the love that you two had.
Yeah,
Bumper?
it was great.
Yes.
And you had such a great relationship, you knew it was going to last?
Right. So 11 months away at war, a man going off to war, that's nothing for you guys and your relationship.
Yep. Well, it turns out whenever I got home, I was due to be discharged. So I no sooner get home, process out, fly it home. I get to the airport, and if my parents were there to pick me up, no problem. I said, that's a little odd. My wife's not there. But we wind up getting home, and they have this big Thanksgiving dinner for us. Her family's there, my grandparents, everybody. And I look at her, and she's 7 months pregnant.
7 months pregnant. Now, don't let Opie do the math on this one. Jim, you're gone 11 months. She's 7 months pregnant.
So that means that they had sex 18 months before.
Yeah.
So 4 months into your stay in the Middle East, she's getting pregnant there.
Yes.
Oh boy! Did you find out who it was?
Oh yeah.
Wow, you're shooting off rounds, and some guy back home is also shooting off rounds.
Oh yeah, and I mean the worst part about it is.
Wait, here's you in the Middle East. Yeah, you're just trying to survive, fighting for your country, doing the right thing, and your wife is at home getting rounds blown into her as well.
They wound up. They convinced my mother and my best friend and stuff. Don't tell me because they thought it was going to upset me. I don't know if they thought I was going to try to eat the barrel of my M16.
Yeah, they probably didn't want you upset when you're over there and got a job to do.
Why didn't she get an abortion? What's wrong with her?
Just a miserable bitch. And anyways, I walk in, and it was just like a deer in the headlights, man. There must have been 25 people standing there looking directly at me when I come in the door. And I look over at her, and I mean, she's obviously pregnant. I mean, only a fucking idiot can miss the point. And I'm just standing there, and she says, I got a little surprise for you.
Yeah.
So I ran straight to my room,
and I didn't want to come out. Everybody's like, go out and talk to her and stuff. So finally I get down and I sit at the dinner table.
Oh.
And it's just, she said, and everybody's just looking at me. And I finally freaked out, stood up, and somehow or another, I just start cussing. Now, mind you, this is in front of my grandmother, my aunts, my uncles. I'm just, dirty whore, filthy skank, cum burping, gutter slut, the whole 9 yards, right? Well, needless to say, we wound up getting divorced and stuff, but it was a horrible day. I hate Thanksgiving to this fucking day.
So, obviously, we need to know who was banging her while you were over there fighting for America.
A guy we went to school with.
A guy you went to school with.
A draft dodger.
And, dude, no offense, but your family is awful. They should have never put you in that situation.
I know. Hey,
sandbag. Surprise. Belly full of his seed.
Yeah, what did they want from you?
Well, my dad and my best friend wanted to tell me so bad. But
Yeah.
they just
But wait.
played
But she's sitting there. She's 7 months pregnant. You come in the door. Obviously, they were hoping that you two would work something out. Right? I mean, she wasn't with this guy anymore?
Stupid.
No, her mom and my mom were best friends. And somehow or another, they convinced, it was almost like it was my fault for leaving her, being young. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, you should have right hooked her right in the belly and then sat down and ate your turkey. While she sat there hemorrhaging, you asked someone to pass the gravy.
Well, I
What's that, cranberry sauce in your lap or Junior?
Should have laid there moaning like a big stuffed turkey herself.
That is unbelievable.
That really sickens me.
Yeah, really.
Especially you're only gone 4 months.
Yeah.
It's not like he was gone for 3 years.
Well, he was gone 11 months.
No, but by the time when she got pregnant, he was gone. She was banging when he was gone for 4 months.
4 months later.
Well, they were banging, obviously.
Excuse me. How long? Was there another math mistake made?
No, 4 months.
All right, good.
Yeah.
But that's when she got pregnant, though. They obviously were banging probably a lot sooner than that, right?
We were living in Florida at the time, and she didn't want to wind up staying by herself, so she came back to Pennsylvania to stay with her parents.
Right.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. But it all started with Angel from Aerosmith, Anthony.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bumper.
I have a little surprise for you.
A little surprise, and he's probably thinking it's something good.
Well, he probably saw it, and that was her awkward reaction.
Oh.
Look, guess who's a whore?
Surprise.
Wow.
You married a whore.
You guys got to hear this. Laszlo, who does all the audio for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, who's going to be on our show eventually to talk about the game. He
does the audio. I'm not sure what you mean. He voices all of it, or he produces all of it?
He produces all the audio, but his voice is heard as well.
Yeah, does the commercials that you hear for it. Okay. Produces a lot of those.
Produces a lot of the commercials, voices a lot of the commercials,
stations.
puts all the radio stations together.
Okay.
He made a Monster Rain commercial in honor of Jim Norton.
Oh, nice.
And it sounds like something you would hear while you're playing GTA.
Yeah, Monster Rain sweeping the nation.
It's really...
it really is taking over, folks.
Well, we already have, 3 or 4 Monster Rain songs. Now we got this fake commercial. It's getting out of hand.
Hats, shirts, portable porches.
Listen to this.
He was just the boy next door.
Mikey, where are you?
It's the game for kids that's sweeping the country.
Jimmy, what are you doing? Jesus H. Christ, my little baby!
Monster Rain. Monster Rain. The game you play under the porch. Monster Rain.
Oh, that is
great.
horrific. Oh,
is there a little sound at the beginning of that?
There certainly is.
Great.
Yeah, there's that's good, Laszlo.
That's
right on.
fantastic. Yeah.
We're getting a lot of new listeners every day because people signing up for our channel and XM Satellite Radio in general. When we take our first break, which I think might be Thanksgiving Day, I guess.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. We'll definitely replay the Monster Rain, the story that started this phenomenon.
The story that Jimmy should never, ever have told.
Right. So,
what a dirty story.
We'll take a quick break.
Boy.
The phone's still just exploding.
Yeah.
And we got to get to other things, obviously, today. But
of course.
Back from Iraq letter. What was that? I wrote that down. I have no idea what that means. Oh, I know. Do you have that still? Remember how we were talking about we were playing the audio from Fallujah? How these guys are just in the shit and they're just like shooting off rounds and just trying to survive and and they're
wreaking havoc
and they're working just multi-million-dollar equipment and tanks and stuff like that. Well, a guy send an email. I told you to save for instant feedback, save from yesterday. Ben is like, what?
Yeah.
Where is it, Ben?
Oh, you got it? All right. Because remember, we're like, it must suck when you come back to the States and then you have to go back to your regular life after. I mean, listen to, this is like real crap.
Yeah, this is some audio from Fallujah.
We could do this actually fast before you go on a break.
There's still barriers there. Oh, damn.
So
that shit's great, by the way.
It's unbelievable.
God damn.
I mean, the first track we have is unbelievable. Listen to this. They're screaming in the background.
Get some!
But then, the reality is most of these guys go back to their regular lives, if they're lucky.
Yeah.
Some of these guys don't. A lot of guys aren't coming home. And then you wonder what their lives are like after they get home.
Yep.
And we talked about that yesterday a little bit. Well, Matt wrote a quick little thing on the instant feedback. That video is great because this is video that you can check out on opieandanthony.com, foundrymusic.com. And then he writes, it's kind of a letdown after you get back. I used to drive a $1 billion submarine. And now I drive a minivan.
Where's the excitement in that?
And now I drive a minivan.
Dude, you can't even imagine what it's like to see it live. I'm telling you, because I got to see that when I was in the Army. I got to see
Joe was
it.
82nd Airborne.
82nd Airborne, and I was attached to an armor unit, so I got to see like Sheridan tanks firing rounds live.
Yeah.
And what you see on video, what you hear on the audio is nothing. You can't compare to seeing it live.
Is that Army Airborne or Air Force?
Army. Yeah. And it was stupid. I mean, the ground would boil when they set off these anti-personnel rounds, and they would fire it out of a Sheridan, fire it downrange. You would see it airburst. And anything below, like the size of a football field, the ground would literally boil.
Oh.
Nothing in that area, in that what's the math? 2,000 square yard area would possibly live. I mean, it was just amazing to see it live.
All right.
And I don't know
what they
have
have now.
Yeah.
I saw some of the clips from Fallujah where they put shit on their shoulders that is like one thing that. What came out of it? It was like the size of a toilet bowl. The opening on this thing.
It was a stinger.
Yeah, they just let loose. It explodes, and they're all whoa! It just blew the side of a building out. I love it. I love the footage they're getting.
Well, there's those rounds, the explosive round I was telling you about before, with that guy that was wounded. One of the insurgents wounded, and it was a sniper that took 2 shots at him and wounded him. Said, "I'll get him with this one," and he loaded up an explosive round. Hit the wall behind the guy and blew him up. Literally blew him up.
Yeah, they got to keep some of these embedded reporters away from the Marines, though. I think it really, there shouldn't be some video of some of this stuff. You got to let the Marines do their work. Now there's a Marine in trouble for killing some guy, an insurgent, in a mosque. Apparently, the Marines went in on, I think it was a Friday, wiped out whatever resistance was in this mosque, left the wounded behind. Like, hey, someone will pick you up later. These guys don't have the time. It's a war going on. They're not going to be. It's not like an episode of MASH. Oh, bring the North Korean guy in here. Hawkeye will patch him up. It's like, no, sit there. One of your buddies will pick you up, drag you out of here, and if you're lucky, you'll get fixed up. So they leave. The next day, they find out that more insurgents are back, using the mosque again and firing rounds at Americans. So another Marine detachment goes in, wipes out those guys, and sees some of the guys that were there from the day before. So one of the Marines, now this is on video, walks over to one of the guys and goes, is quoted as saying from the tape, "Oh, this guy's fucking faking it. This guy's faking that he's fucking dead." Boom! Shoots him right in the head.
And he got in trouble for that?
Got in big trouble. The guy's laying there. He is unarmed. He's not threatening at all. He's laying there. So if you videotape a soldier doing that, it's not our policy, our wartime policy to do things like that, but it is wartime. Things like this happen. They go on. The guy the day before, the Marine that shot him, was shot in the face.
Right.
So he, I guess, was a little agitated. You can't now bring this guy up on charges. I don't like it.
I don't
like that.
I'll tell you why I disagree with you. Because it's almost like we're supposed to have a different standard of warfare.
We're supposed to.
When your guy is unarmed, and if it's a mistake, it's a mistake. But when you know he's unarmed, I mean, you can't blast his head out. You can't.
No, because it is not like there's no honor. It's not a soldier, a uniformed fucking soldier. This isn't a guy that surrendered. That's fighting for a country under a flag and a uniform. This is a scumbag that, if he didn't shoot him in the head, perhaps he would have gotten up and killed some other American maybe a week down the road. I'm saying this is not a war like we're used to fighting.
But you still have to have the same certain. Again, if you don't know the guy is unarmed, you don't know he's unarmed. I'm not saying mistakes shouldn't be made. But if you know the guy's unarmed and he's laying there, you can't blast him. You can't do it.
I don't agree.
What would Colonel Kurtz do?
Colonel Kurtz would chop his head off and put it on a stake.
No, he would throw his book of poems at him and go, "Shut up!" What are they going to say? He was an uncircumcised man? He was a religious man?
Oh, bravo.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like the idea of these press following these guys around. Let them do their job, and if their job sometimes entails going a little crazy because you were shot in the face the day before and killing insurgents, these aren't soldiers of honor.
Doesn't
These
matter.
are not soldiers of honor.
Neither were the Vietnamese.
And
neither
they
were the
should have been treated the
Koreans.
same way. Maybe we wouldn't have had a run tail tucked between our legs out of that fucking country.
No, that didn't have anything to do with it because the politicians here, that wasn't the problem with the
So I got news for you, man. From World War, from the Civil War on, war is, you know what it is.
It's not nice.
You cannot be a human being. If you're involved,
There you go.
if you're there, you cannot be a human being and be successful
People
at it.
have this illusion. They believe that we as Americans are so above that we should be this different than anyone else. It's war. It's men killing other men, and it affects people the same way.
And I'm not saying that sometimes if, like, you go and inoculate some children, that someone shouldn't come and lop off the little inoculated arms.
And leave a pile of little
arms. And then you'd cry like some
I think
grandmother.
The less honorable soldiers were those moronic Englishmen that lined up.
Yeah.
Across the battlefield.
That's the way to do
and
it.
stood there and got shot.
As they got pelted.
But I'm not saying that people don't get shot and that American soldiers shouldn't be vicious. What I'm saying is when a guy is laying there unarmed and you know he's unarmed, it's all because if we saw the reverse, if I saw one of those savages kill an American soldier like that, I would want them nuked.
You have. They drag him through the streets.
Well, in Somalia they did. They're awful. Exactly. And that's why I really have no mercy for them when they starve.
But this is warfare also against terrorists. They're not honorable soldiers. They act like animals and they're killed like animals.
I know what you're saying, but I still don't think it's almost like Abu Ghraib. There's just certain things you shouldn't do. You just can't do. I mean, the U.S. military, they rely on our compassion, which makes me sick to start these insurgencies to begin with, because they wouldn't do it when Saddam was in power. So I have a loathing for the entire Iraqi population, but I have more of a respect for our military. You just can't shoot a guy in the head if he's laying there, and you know he's not armed.
I don't know. That could have come back and bit him in the ass down the road.
Possible.
Or killed another American.
Possible.
You know, Joe brings up a good point, though, when we were fighting the British. How stupid do you have to be to just be drumming toward guns, you idiot?
Marching into those little round...
You had the little
lead
Your
balls.
job is to play the flute while rounds are flying over your head.
Yeah, who's that guy? Oh, you're the flute player.
Yeah.
Do I get a gun or something?
Oh, 300 flute playing.
But
I'm just saying, every war since has been like dirty.
Yeah.
They didn't have embedded reporters back in World War II.
Right.
Oh, there were horrors in World War
Horrors.
I'm the flute player.
10 times
I'm
worse.
gonna play the flute.
I'm the drummer.
I'm the drummer boy.
The guy that holds the flag.
The private flute's name is Charlene, sir. Leonard talks to his flute.
That was just the stupidest thing as far as warfare goes. We're gonna have a band. we're gonna have a band walking across the battlefield.
Oh
God.
Why aren't you tuning Private Pyle's flute?
Right. Just marching, just waiting for that freaking little ball to nail you in the forehead. All right, well, yeah, we should break, I guess.
I was just running through Full Metal Jacket references. I couldn't think of another one to keep that going. They're
Silver-plated, full metal mouthpiece.
Speaking of bands, Ope, aren't there going to be four?
My
at
God,
the
shut up, Joe.
Wait.
Shut up.
Plugmeister Joe.
I know Anthony wants to say it. I'll say it today. Shut up. Shut up.
With his plugs.
No plugs
when
until
is that,
later.
though? Down the road. Is it
Which
a week?
one we?
Is it a week yet?
Which one are we plugging?
Yeah,
We've been plugging that to downtown.
Yeah, thanks. The night before
Thanksgiving Eve, we're all going to be at the
all.
downtown in Farmingdale. It's going to be a great time. There's
cool.
going to be the U2 tribute band, the Journey tribute band, and Mr. Potato Head.
And Mr. Potato Head.
All right.
Possibly.
That'll sell out. I think for Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Yeah. All the
Without
people
even
listening in
trying.
Kentucky are just thrilled.
Well, they're having sex with sex offenders in Kentucky. They're very busy down
Well,
there.
I have a question, Ope, before we go.
Come on.
I just want to clarify something that Brother Joe didn't interrupt you with a plug, did he?
I don't know when he's interrupted and when he's just talking. I don't know.
Oh, he'd enjoy reading, too.
I think just talking is interrupting.
No, I just wanted to make sure
you-
because we have a little punishment we meet out here on the radio program.
I'll read.
Exactly.
Jimmy's
I knew.
punishment.
God damn it, Joe! I knew just knew would be comfortable with it.
Absolutely.
No, see that you
I'm
just
secure in my
for
I'm secure in my
airtime-
sexuality
For airtime, Joe would read that cover to cover.
and not miss a word.
The very worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
Yeah, this is Chris from Kentucky. I want to send a big FU out to all the window licking fucking retards that by the year 2004 don't know to turn their fucking radio down when they call a radio station, especially on a live call. Fuck you, Opie and Anthony. This promo spots are brilliant, especially the firecracker and the vagina one. I want to send a big FU to my mom's twat. Thanks for squishing me out, you friggin' bitch. Fuck you.
Yes, I have an FU to XM satellite radio. Will you motherfuckers get Opie and Anthony's goddamn office bill so they'll quit fucking bitching about it on the fucking radio? Fuck you, satellite radio. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1.
Well, fuck you very much.
100 channels of crystal clear digital audio. XM satellite radio. Radio to the power of X.
Fuck up, you goddamn fuckhole! You piece of shit!
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Get ready, go!
rock.
Oh, get up!
God damn.
Da, 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 da.
There's an evil feeling in our brains, but it's nothing new. You know what drives us insane? Running on our way out, you will be dying without death. Running on our way out, you will be dying without death. So yeah,
For all our boys over there, Anthony.
Apparently, a lot of people saying that the insurgents have been playing dead. What they do is play dead, and when you walk past them or you're walking near them, under their robe they have a weapon, and have killed some Marines that way. And that's why the guy said he's playing dead and shot him.
So if it was a defensive move, if he thought he was in danger, but from what I've heard about that, it doesn't look like he thought he was in danger. If he thought he was in danger, that's one thing. But if he was just angry, you can't do it.
I think you think you're in danger being there. So, but I don't know. I wasn't there, Jimmy. Unlike Jimmy, I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either. You're right. I was over there.
Jimmy was in the shit.
That's right.
As you're walking past, you should kick every dead guy in the nuts.
There you go.
As hard as you can.
That'll get a reaction. You do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Man.
There's still barriers there. Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Nice.
Gak.
All right, this is the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. Someone really pissed off at Jimmy on the line here. Let's talk to Jeff in New Jersey.
Why?
Jeff says that Jim knows nothing about war. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Jim Norton, are you crazy? This guy was laying there playing possum. How do you know that this guy wasn't going to try and reach for something when they turned their back?
What I just said was, if it was a defensive move, if he thought... Dude, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm listening to you. Let me respond. Yeah. If it was a defensive move and he thought he was in danger, that's one thing. But if
you were in Pahala or whatever the hell the name of the joint is, you wouldn't think you were in danger?
All right, you keep talking and keep repeating yourself. I know what you're saying. I don't agree with it. If he thought he was in danger and he fired, but if he was angry and he thought, fuck this motherfucker, and he just killed him, you know what? Emotionally, I agree with him, but you can't do that. I think they're all savages. You can't do what they did in Abu Ghraib because it makes it harder for the rest of the military.
They could burn our guys and hang them off a bridge, and they could chop people's
heads
off.
Dude, what do you want me to tell you? I agree with you. They're savages.
So that's why we're over there eliminating them. And when they're playing possum, if the guy was reaching out begging for help, that's one thing. We would have sent him a medic. But if the guy's laying there playing possum, you got to frag them. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That's why you're over here, and I wouldn't want you over there. Because
oh, really? I'm not pro-military because I don't believe, I don't agree with what this guy did, so all of a sudden I'm not pro-military, you fucking idiot?
Hey, fuck.
Sorry, I wasn't over there. I don't get that you shouldn't shoot an unarmed guy in the head.
You idiots lost the election.
What idiots lost the election?
All of a sudden, you're a liberal
you
Democrat.
You fucking dummy! Nobody hates liberals more than I do. You idiot!
Yeah, right. You can tell by the way you talk.
Yeah, I'm a real liberal because I don't agree with a guy assassinating a guy laying on his stomach. I hate those people. The more I learn about them, the more I like Saddam for gassing them.
Clean them up and send them to college?
You fucking yeah, that's what I want to do. Obviously. You jackass. Because I don't think the military is above any type of criticism. I'm a liberal. You goddamn dummy.
Can I be kill you? You don't think you should defend them?
Yeah. Can I be?
You didn't listen to what I said. Jesus fucking Christ. You are the problem.
Hold on.
Holy shit, do I hate that kind of ignorance.
Can I be the
voice? You unbending idiot.
I want to be the voice of reason here, though.
Somebody slap him for me, will you, please?
Yeah, I know. I don't get it, man. I wasn't there. Fuck you.
Jeez, good thing you weren't there. You don't wind up in a bush.
Yeah, I know. I'm really a liberal. I voted for John Kerry. I hyphenate. I say African American.
You probably do.
Yeah, I know. Probably do. Fuck you, stupid. God, that irritates me.
But just knowing you, Jim, I would think that you would be okay with what happened.
Emotionally, I am. I think it's great that he does.
Because
Jeff, you're not listening.
All right, and
you just talk and you don't listen.
No, he listened.
No, he didn't listen.
Jeff.
Hey, you weren't there, man. I was in the shed.
Jeff, I know Norton for a while. Trust me.
Don't explain me to him. Don't explain me to him.
He's nowhere near a liberal. But I mean, I am surprised that you didn't think that was okay. You seem to be hardcore. Like, let's just nuke the motherfucker.
What happens is this. What happens is this.
I am.
No. I'm talking.
You're talking about me, stupid.
I'm talking about Jim. Like, just listening to his views on the war and politics in general. I assume that Jim was the type of guy that says, "Screw them all. Let's just nuke the place."
I defended Bush and the war on TV for 2 years. You idiot. The problem I have is when things like this or Abu Ghraib. anything that happens that is above and beyond what we're doing over there, what the military is doing over there, it just gives people more of a reason to complain. Like the people are having their heads lopped off because of that Abu Ghraib thing. People going, you see, they do hate Islam. They are over here to humiliate us.
That's just an excuse. They were going to do that anyway.
I know that, but it makes it harder for the soldiers that are over there. It makes it harder for people that are kidnapped.
Well, what makes it harder is guys like you and others are talking about people fragging somebody for no reason when there is a reason.
If there was a reason, if he just shot him, okay, you know what? You know what? You're right, man. Anyone over there should be able to shoot anyone, and they're just fragging them because they have to. Shut the fuck
women
up.
And children, because they're just going to grow up and hit our guts too.
Yeah, really. So they should. Okay, so Americans should be treated a certain way when we're captured, but we should have no way to treat somebody else.
Not if they're at war with us.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. We should be outraged if our soldiers are dragged through the streets, which we are. But if the guy shoots a guy in the head because he's pissed off that he got shot the other day, we should have no reaction to that.
That's exactly right.
Okay, good. So then don't complain when people hate the American military because of attitudes like that. Don't complain if you have a double standard for the way we're supposed to behave and react.
To hate the military is one thing. To fear the military is another.
Really? Is it really? What is that? Who read you read that from? Mario Puzo? They will always respect you. Jesus Christ, stop with the cliches. To hate it's one. How many times have you had that conversation by yourself on the toilet? To hate the military is one thing. To fear it is another. Like you're going to be a great man speaking in front of many people. You're not Ronnie Kovacs, stupid.
It's a regular Joe, pal, and I know what it's like.
I know you're a regular Joe because you've been there.
You obviously don't have any idea.
Yeah, I take it you're military.
All right, Jeff, thank you.
Well, I would ask Jeff if he's military.
But Jeff, are you military?
Exactly. Fucking dumb.
No, he
You know what he didn't quite understand? Is that you're not saying that it was a bad thing.
No!
You're saying under certain circumstances that shouldn't have happened. If, in fact, he was trying to do something, then he should have been shot.
This is why I hope Jeff is killed in a drunk driving accident. And I mean this. On the way to a fucking Thanksgiving dinner, I hope a drunk driving truck barrels into you. And I hope your family is okay, and they're all healthy, and they just watch you drop dead. And you say some stupid cliche, to love is good, to fear is better. What I was saying, now that you can't answer back, he's probably yelling at the radio, you hear how I told him, honey? He wasn't there. If the guy was legitimately in fear of his life, it doesn't matter that the guy was unarmed, because you're in a war, you have to react.
Right.
But if it was an assassination, if he saw the guy and was just mad and went, fuck him, you can't do that. And he's throwing around words like frag. I know, I saw Platoon too, stupid.
I play video games.
Yeah, he fragged him. You and Artie Murphy, my man. Oh, I hate that guy.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Oh. BJ in Oakdale, what's going on, buddy?
How the fuck am I supposed to follow a Norton rant?
Dude, I don't even want to rant. I was actually trying to talk nice to the guy and just explain what I was trying to say. But for someone to call me a liberal and say I'm anti-military, it's laughable.
Yeah, it really is.
It shows how he does not pay attention.
Well, let's see if BJ...
By the way, that guy's called him before. He doesn't like me, so he was just probably goading me because he doesn't like me.
There's people that don't like us. That's fine.
I have no problem with that, especially if they're on that. Every time the guy from the Boneyard, you mean? Who's always trashing us? Is that the guy?
Yeah, some guy.
Yeah, he's a fan. Is he a fan?
Some guy from the Boneyard, I'm getting emails. He wants to slap me in the face. Good luck. I'm going to be down in Washington soon. I want to see you try to slap me in the face, okay?
You know, it'll be like, hey, dude, what's up, man?
And if I don't take you out, trust me, my brothers will fly down to Washington and take you out.
Taking him out. It's just that he wants you to mention him so he can act like he's in this big radio war when your job is to do this. Hey, talk, play. You get to talk for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So he wants you to mention his name. Don't even mention his name. I don't even know it.
But if you want to slap me in the face, you give it a shot next time I'm in Washington. Let's see how far that goes, okay?
Battles here.
Everybody's a tough guy. We had that problem with the Vanderbilt with Anthony, remember?
Tough guy.
Until we were up in the box. We were at the Vanderbilt. It was a show at the Vanderbilt, and we were up in the box, and those guys were down on the floor screaming up at you. And as soon as like 4 of us came walking downstairs, they left. They cleared out.
There's always tough guys.
There's always tough guys on the air. They always tell you they're going to smack you.
Well, have fun trying to slap me in the face. We'll see. BJ, what's up?
All right, I got a midget sighting for you.
All right.
A couple of weeks ago, I went to a bar in Lake Ronkonkoma, and I'm walking in, and I see this midget girl. And, you know, seeing a midget's funny enough. But then I realized she's really narrow. And then it occurred to me, she had no fucking arms.
Ooh.
She was an armless midget.
So did you grab her head and just use her mouth as a pocket pussy?
Jesus, Jim. And All right. And what was she doing?
No need to worry about her, mate. She's harmless.
I shouldn't make fun of midgets. I don't get it, because I'm not a midget, man. I wasn't
All right,
there.
all right, relax,
I can't
relax.
talk about it,
Relax.
man. I was in the shit, man.
You don't know how dangerous midgets can be.
Yeah, man. I might have to frag a midget, man. What else did Kevin Dillon say in that movie?
And what was the midget doing?
Well, she was on her cell phone, and it was the funniest thing.
How is she on a cell phone with no arms?
She has a friend that walks around with her all the time.
And
I
holds
guess
her
the friend-
phone?
Yeah, and it's the funniest thing, because like, she's got like a little fat head, and she's trying to squeeze the phone between her head and like her non-existent shoulders. Just kind of like leaning up.
I wonder who she was on the phone with. Probably God going, thanks for nothing.
All right.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Yeah, back at the show. Sorry about that. We have another guy that has a wedding story. Want to try one more, Anthony?
We'll try one more.
We're all over the ball field today, but Sean is on the line. Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up?
So you got a marriage thing you want to talk about here?
Well, it's kind of unusual. I got married.
Hold on. What was your wedding song?
Love Me Tender, Elvis Presley.
Love Me Tender. Do we have that queued up in the booth?
School.
All right, let's start the song. Here we go. You were dancing with your sweetheart, right?
Oh, well, we got married to it. Elvis married us.
Wait, you actually had an Elvis impersonator marry you?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got married in Vegas. I was on escape. I got married under a fake name.
Wait, you escaped from prison, it's saying on the line here.
Yeah.
You escaped from prison. You
And
hook
I was out on escape and met my wife, and we got married. 3 years later, when she got pregnant, I had to tell her the truth, because, you know, we had a kid coming, and she talked me into turning myself in. So I turned myself back in, and so we could get the right name on everything. And I ended up having to go back to prison for another 8 months.
What were you in prison for?
For possession of marijuana.
Wait, possession of marijuana. You only had 8 months to go, and you escaped?
No, hell, I had possession of marijuana. I had a 1 to 5, and they put me on a outside detail, and I run off after being in for 2 months.
That's kind of stupid.
Well, you know, I just come home from Vietnam. First fucking rule is you get a chance to escape, you escape.
So
yeah, in Vietnam.
So did you escape? Did you escape like you see it in the movies? Did you have to run in a river and
Oh, they had me on this fairground detail where we went up and painted bleachers at the fairground and shit.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I just took off. I knew the area. I'd been raised around that area, so I took off and run. I went to California, and on the way to California, I met this girl. We ended up getting married.
And
we're still married.
Women are nuts, and she talks you into turning yourself in. You're free.
Well, yeah, but I was under a fake name, and everything was fake.
Were they looking for you?
No, they wasn't really looking for me, but, you know, by the time I got back to the States, they done changed the fucking law. Possession of a joint of marijuana was only a $100 fine. So I got out of that, but the escape stuck.
Right.
Oh, see, so then you were in trouble for the escape.
Right.
Oh, man.
You'd have been better off just staying in prison.
Well, yeah, but I never would have met my wife.
Well, that's true. Everything worked out just fine.
You guys still married?
Yeah.
Good for you, sir. Good for you.
Attaboy.
But I had to buy 2 fucking wedding rings.
All right. Well, thank you. There you
Have a
go.
good one.
All right. That bit's done.
That actually was a happy ending to the whole thing, Opie.
Yes.
I can't tell you how irritated I am.
I'm
I
sure
can't
you are.
express how annoyed I am.
You know what is annoying about that?
Holy shit.
If you, it doesn't matter how supportive you are of the administration or the soldiers or the war, but when you start to question any of it, you immediately go from a Republican who supports the war effort to a bedwetting liberal Democrat. Like, you mention one thing that you don't agree with, and it's like, oh, well, that's why your side didn't win. My side, what?
It's like, as pro-cop as I am, and I defend the cops vehemently,
Mm-hmm.
Yet when you see Diallo, they overreacted, or there's cops times where cops got to go to jail because they
then
fuck
all of a
up.
sudden,
Hey,
Jim
what do
Norton,
you hate the cops? No.
Jim Norton's at drug dealers' bedsides in the hospital, giving them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would be if my last name was Dinkins. Apologizing. I'm sorry
never got
that
over that.
officer shot your son who was shooting at him.
Yeah. Wow. That's why he was thrown up.
I hope Jeff is paralyzed.
All right, relax. We're moving on here. Jim from Philly,
I mean,
what's
below
up?
the neck.
Hey.
Hey.
Wax
What
fruit
happened to the
head.
days when you guys used to take phone calls, and if you didn't like them,
Yeah.
you'd end up hanging up on everybody?
Yeah,
What happened to that?
I just did.
Yeah, but you guys are taking a lot. Everybody's droning on.
Yeah, the phone calls are. The listeners aren't doing their job today.
Punish us like you used to do.
Like, do that? You're gone.
Punish us.
Yeah, I mean, the listeners, they're not doing their job today.
You know what it is?
We're going to too many truckers, is what
No,
it is.
I don't
the
think
truckers
people-
are very lonely out there, and they like to talk. We realize
that's
that
true.
now.
But people kind of remember the later days at NEW. We're still training the audience, Opie.
Yeah.
They don't remember what it was like when we first got to NEW, the droning calls we used to get there about the music. Shut up and play the music. Remember those people?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't all fun and games like it was at the end of our tenure over there.
No.
So this is the beginning phases. That's what happened.
All right, we got a couple things we could do here. We got, we did the monstering thing. We got the Anna Nicole audio, I guess.
I don't like that
We
if
got
it's
the audio?
anti-woman. Is it anti-woman? Because I really don't want to hear anything that's anti-woman.
Jim, relax.
What? I'm just saying I don't want to hear anything that's anti-woman.
I think you,
He takes these things to heart.
I don't want to hear
understand that, but you made your
anything that's
point.
anti-woman.
You made your
No.
point. Relax. What's this audio about? I don't even know the story.
What, the Anna Nicole story?
Yeah, yeah.
She
we
was-
haven't even got to his audio yet.
Nope.
The Anna Nicole story, she was at an award show, and she was supposed to be introducing something. She's totally wasted and drunk. Live on stage
Wasted
on
and
television.
drunk, huh?
Oh, sorry, totally wasted. right on the stage there.
Was she
She's
fat
trying.
and chubby, or was she skinny and emaciated?
Just
All
hurry
right,
up and talk and speak.
Point proven. Anyway, so she's up there.
Was she
She's
dumb
barely
and
making
stupid?
any.
Was she rambling and babbling?
Ben's doing an impression
When
of him
Ben
as
is
he's
making
talking.
fun of your movements.
Oh my god!
I would slap him in the face if I was you. Because that's such a manly thing to say you want to do to somebody.
Yeah, especially right before you play another record at 3 a.m. and nobody knows your name. Fucking dullard on a channel in the middle of nowhere. Shut your face.
Hey, you haven't been there.
You're right. You've never been on at 4 in the morning with 5 people listening, man.
Okay, let's continue,
All right,
please.
She's on stage. She's trying to make a presentation. She's so drunk and wasted. She's talking about herself, and she's slurring her speech, and she's fading in and out of consciousness while on stage. She's leaning over and coming back up and not
This is the Anna
recognizing
Nicole
what she's talking
we
about.
love. That, and I think it's something she's taking to stay skinny.
It's the American Music Awards. Was what it was.
Is that
the
what it
award
was
show,
from?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the award show where there wasn't a fight and a stabbing?
Oh, what was? Is that what the big fight that I've been seeing on that's TV the all day? Vibe Awards. Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about that. We got some info on that. But let's go to Anna Nicole first.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Like my body? I was honored to be on our next performer's new video. And if I ever record an album, I want this guy to produce mine. Make me beautiful duets.
When did she have a stroke?
He's freaking genius! Make some noise for my boy, Kanye
Wow.
What?
Wow.
That big gap was when she nodded off. That big delay that was
Yeah.
in the middle of there is when she just kind of nodded
Just
off.
faded out?
Yeah. Faded out. It was taking a little snooze at the podium. Ooh, wow.
We'll have an OD story soon.
And what was she introducing?
I don't know.
She just went
All right.
What What a mess.
What did Kimmel come out and say? He said she got into Snoop Dogg's brownies or something.
Oh,
like
did?
that.
Oh, is that the joke?
Kimmel is hilarious, man.
Yeah, he came back. He said,
I miss his calls to this radio show. That guy is great. Pat in D.C., what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
All this talk about marriage was so depressing, I just had to get a blowjob from the 17-year-old crack whore on the corner down here to cheer myself back up.
We condone that. We condone that.
Somehow I figured you would.
That's funny. All right.
DC, not hard to find.
Thank you.
All right, guys, have a good day.
There's a quick phone call. That listener did it right.
Popped the phone on. He came out with what he wanted to say, and he's out.
Where's Steve? Steve got a prank call from a DJ, and, man, this guy thinks this is really good, and he's excited for us to play it. And, you know, we run our own channel here, High Voltage 202. I would love to give exposure to some guys out there. A lot of the radio guys have XM satellite radio.
Absolutely.
I know for a fact Howard Stern has XM satellite radio.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of the people in the business, you know, because they want to check out the latest technology and the new thing. And they got XM satellite radio, and they're doing their awful shows somewhere else in America, talking to 5 people in the middle of the night. And they may have some talent, Anthony.
Yeah.
So
you never know.
So, you know, sure, send your stuff in to us, and we'll give you exposure. We'll give you all the credit, no problem. We're not going to steal your material or anything.
Never know what little tidbit of fun we're going to get.
Maybe someday we'll even give you some time on our channel. I don't know. Maybe we could build something, you know. But this guy, Double J from KNKK, The Knack.
Oh, the
name of the station.
Yeah.
The Knack.
The Knack.
107.1, The Knack.
In, what is it, Lake Havasu?
Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
What does he do?
He's the morning guy. The morning freak, Anthony.
And the PD.
He's the PD, too? Oh, my God.
PD/morning show.
Martini Steve.
It was delayed. All right.
Yeah. All right, so what did he...
Lull him into a false sense of security.
He sent this to you?
Yeah, he emailed it last night. I guess he got a call from someone soliciting timeshares, and I lured him into a prank call.
Uh-huh.
And he sent this wonderful piece of audio.
Because he can't play it on his show, right?
Because he can't play it on his show.
It's too outrageous?
Too outrageous for his show.
So obviously he's a fan of our show, I guess?
Evidently.
So it says, O&A, so this guy calls my station trying to sell me a timeshare, but he has the wrong number. Thought I'd have a little fun with him. Unfortunately, I can't play it on the station I work at. Got people who just don't and won't see the humor in ball cancer jokes. Well, if it was, whatever, we'll play. So if you guys like the phone call, you're more than welcome to use it. This is just the tip of the iceberg of some stuff I got.
Oh. Isn't that great? That's like saying the tip of the iceberg is like saying, hey, I got a funny story.
You're right. If you guys would like,
it isn't.
I'm more than willing to send you some other stuff as well. If Double J's listening, yeah, send in more stuff. I know you guys must get a ton of emails, so I'll leave the ball, insert rim shot here, in your court. Laugh. Oh, LOL.
He didn't write LOL. I don't believe it.
Yeah, he did.
And then it says, glad you guys are back on the air. And it's Double J, the PD, and the Morning Freak at KNKK, the Knack 107.1.
Where?
In Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
You didn't think I could pronounce that, did you?
I didn't know where it was.
You were testing me.
No, I'm not.
I don't know what's better, the material.
I'm practicing at home.
The material or the man-cow-like delivery.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here it is. If you want us to stop, just kind of, raise
I'll
your
do
hand
this.
or whatever. You'll do that? And what will you do? You'll just...
I'm gonna go like this.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
I'll cross my arms at the forearms.
Yes, Steve?
Did they catch the misspell of the word iceberg in the email?
Oh.
Head's on fire.
Wow, this is... How do you spell iceberg?
ICEBERG. Nathaniel actually retyped it from something that was on my PDA. I'm not sure if he caught it
Did
or
he
not.
spell it with the U spelling?
I fixed it. Sorry, I was.
He spelled it B-U-R-G?
Yes.
Oh, boy, we should go shoot him.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Dummy.
It's funny story. But one time this guy sent me an email, and he was supposed to put a dash, but he used a semicolon. Give me those ribs.
Eric, don't ever bring my attention to that shit again.
Oh, you blame Eric.
Yeah, I do.
Because you can't think for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Awful point.
Why would we care about that?
I thought it was really bad. He made it sound like it was an awful misspelling error, but...
Is this wrong of me to bring up, but one time me and Oprah were talking at IM, and he wrote don't, and he forgot the apostrophe?
Oh! Yeah. ROFL.
LMAO. GA.
What's that?
Get AIDS.
Why are you looking at Eric like you want to kill him?
It's all right. I made a production piece for him.
We played that right.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, damn. All right. All right, that got him.
Well, here's the. Oh,
He just had water come out his nose. That's great. Oof. GA.
You know the best thing to do on IM, and I learned it from Norton, and I did it to Earl. You know, you get into an IM conversation, and then all of a sudden you write something like, "Wow, that is a really nice, big, juicy cock," and you write it to someone you know, and then you just wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and they don't write you back.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just write, "Oh, sorry, wrong IM." Anyway.
That's a great gag. And text messaging like that is good, too. Like, send one of your guy friends. It
is hilarious because you could just see, you could literally see through the IM just sitting there and not responding that they're just like, oh my God, what the freak's going on?
Oh, sorry.
I love that. Like,
that one is I did that to Earl a couple times.
I do stuff like that to Earl all the time. Earl has no idea how to respond. It'll be like 10 minutes to respond. They'll try and switch the subject. Have you heard that new single by Fatboy Slim? You know, he'll try and change the subject.
Perhaps you could get my Black Rock Coalition in there.
Perhaps Opie could pay for dinner.
I got my agent like that, Pete, one of the first times we ever talked online. I'm like, dude, I can't wait to suck your cock. And then I wrote back, oh, sorry, wrong I am. And there was no, like, ha-ha or LOL from him. He's like, no, cool.
They don't know what to write back after that.
Of course not.
It's the best. All right, well, here's the prank call from Double J, the morning freak. Hello?
Hey, Brent.
Yeah.
This is Doug calling from...
How you doing, Doug?
Good. How's your day going?
You know, it's going. You know, I found out I got ball cancer today.
You got what cancer?
Ball cancer.
Ball cancer.
Testicular cancer?
Oh. Well, that's not very good news.
Yeah, so my day's not going that great, you know?
I hear that. I can relate to that, believe it or not. Mine's in a little different spot. I found out about 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yep.
What kind of cancer you got?
I've got the colorectal kind.
Well, at least it's not ball cancer.
I do get to do the chemo.
See, here's the problem. The guy, like, he's not getting the reaction.
Yeah.
So he keep going, it's not like ball cancer. Do you hear me? It's ball cancer. Ball cancer.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
George from Philly's already saying stop.
You know, like he thought the whole ball cancer would get such an unbelievable reaction. He's not getting the reaction he was hoping for, so he just keeps pounding it into the ground. Yes, Jim?
Nothing. It just reminds me of one of Florentine's. I don't remember which one, but it just reminds me of one of terrorizing telemarketers.
Oh, really?
I do get to do the chemo.
Not a laughing matter, you know? I mean, my balls have cancer in them.
I understand. It ain't nothing funny about for guys like us.
No, it's not. No, sirree.
Yeah. Well,
ball cancer. Can't believe I actually got ball cancer.
He just like 14. He's praying the guy's going to say something like, "Oh my God, really? Are you?"
Yeah.
But it's just not happening.
It's like the real version of the catchphrase guy. I'll dip my balls in it.
When Ant and I were able to do prank calls, you're not really allowed to do it anymore, I guess.
Stalking laws, right?
Yeah. We would try something maybe similar to this. This would just be thrown in the trash. Like, all right, that one didn't work.
You try, you fish.
You keep fishing until you get one.
Try to
that's
get
really
something,
good.
and usually it doesn't
So he
work
should have
out.
saved his ball cancer thing for the next person to call and try it again, and maybe you'll get the reaction you were hoping for.
If he says ball cancer enough times, maybe it'll work.
We should count how many times he says ball cancer in this thing. Well, you don't want me to start over, though, do you?
No.
Okay.
It ain't funny. The way you're saying it makes it sound humorous, but I know it's not.
You keep laughing. You say it's not funny, but I mean, for God's sake, I'm dying of nut cancer here.
Well, what's the treatment for that?
I don't know. Probably cut my balls off.
Oh, I don't think it's quite that extreme.
I don't know what they'll do. What do you think they're going to do?
Well, I'm thinking you'll do a little chemo radiation combo treatment.
Come on, if the human body can't handle chemo, what do you think my balls are going to do, man? What, is all the hair on my balls going to fall off?
And here's the other problem, Double J. I think we could critique
We're
it.
critiquing him as experts in the field.
I think we've done some fine prank
with
calls.
Such pranks under
over
our
the
belt
years.
as butt plug,
and $100,000,
right?
and
Old Bill,
and
the dead guy. Bill's dead.
Bill's dead.
Quite a few prank phone calls.
See, Double J, when you're telling someone you have ball cancer, you shouldn't act like a wacky DJ.
Right.
That's when you could use your normal voice.
Yeah.
These guys don't understand. Every time this mic's on, they have to be wacky
Hey,
DJ.
how you doing? Got the ball cancer.
I mean, at that point, you could use your regular voice,
Yeah.
you know? Dude, I got ball cancer, you know? I'm not...
Yeah, a little bummed out about it.
I'm really not into what you're saying because
Yeah.
it's really bad. I got ball cancer.
Right.
And I'm just freaked out about it.
Opie would get the telemarketer call.
Not yet. Got the ball cancer.
And it wasn't a wacky DJ voice.
No.
Not in most cases.
That would be kind of funny, though, huh?
The new thing.
I got all the hair on my head, but no hair on my balls.
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to laugh about it because I'm scared to death, you know?
Yeah. Well, it is serious, but it's probably not going to be the end of the world for you. I don't know how soon they caught it, but they gave me an 85% probability that
Yeah, you don't need to rub it in. I got a 12% chance of living is what they told me.
I got a 12% chance of 11.
Chance 11, and you're our winner. You're our 7th caller. Same voice for I got a 7%. How many percent did he say?
7%.
7% chance of winning, or you just won a pair of tickets to Van Halen.
Right. Or you're the 10th caller. You'll receive a NAC prize package.
A NAC prize package.
12%.
Yep. I'm dying, man. You know, I mean, I got a lot of cancer in my balls, you know.
All right, man, listen, I wish you the best.
And he's about to make the biggest mistake. If you're going to be an asshole to the end.
Right.
Whoa. I've not heard this call. But if someone tells me that he explains that he's only joshing, I'm going to bite Steve's face.
No, Steve, run. Let's see.
Dare you.
Dan from Jersey, I would rather hear readings from Rent Boys. That is bad.
I'd like to have that DJ read one. I can't believe your cock is so big.
There I was, jacking it.
Jacking it.
Hey, he's got a funky treasure back there.
Yeah, maybe we could get Double J to read from Rent Boys. That's not a bad idea.
That would work.
Send him some Rent Boy pages, and then we'll have him read it as the DJ. All right, but here...
If there's any... Chris from Wilmington, if there's any justice, this idiot DJ will get lip cancer and finally shut up.
You know?
All right, man, listen, I wish you the best, and I'm sure everything will be all right. You need to keep up with the doctor thing there, and they can stretch that out for you.
What was your name again?
My name's Doug.
Hey, Doug, I just want to tell you, man, I really don't have ball cancer. You called the wrong phone number.
Double J.
I just want to tell you, you didn't really. I don't have ball cancer. You called the wrong number. You called the Wacky Morning Crew.
Oh, Double
Why do you
J.
tell him?
Double J.
You got to let him off the hook. That's what the wacky DJs do.
His timing and delivery is worse than mine, I have to say.
Very good.
Thank you.
I don't understand why you tell him at the end.
I don't know. Well, he has a lot more stuff, so hopefully he'll send more things
Let me
for
tell
us
you,
to critique.
You've been a victim of the crank call of the day.
Do you want more stuff from this guy? Because I'll ask for as much as he can send.
Oh,
Where were you when I said I did?
You just said it. I'm not. Are you serious? All right,
Are you
fine.
questioning Opie?
Not at all.
You really don't listen.
Look
How
at
long
that.
have you been in the studio?
Look at that sexy
I heard
cover.
everything. I was
He's-
just asking you to reiterate.
He says, this is just the tip of the iceberg of some stuff I got. If you guys would like, I'm more than willing to send you some other stuff as well. And I
Right.
pretty much said something like, yeah, we'd like to hear other things
You
you
did
have.
say that. I heard it.
I
Joe
know,
heard it.
I
Ann
know
heard
you
it,
said
Ben
it.
heard it. Eric
I know
heard
you
it.
said it. I was just trying to determine whether or not you were kidding. Oh, shit.
His hat's on fire.
Yeah, maybe your hat's on fire is kind of
All right, thanks.
setting you.
There you go. It's heating up your brain. All right, well, that's Double J. I mean, if there's other guys out there you want to send stuff in that you think's really good, then we'll play it. We'll give you credit. Thanks, Steve.
Martini Steve.
Anthony? Bill's dead.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi.
Bill.
Who's this?
Pat.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
No, this is the wrong Bill.
Well, Pat, I have some bad news.
What?
Bill died today.
You're kidding? Oh, my God.
Yeah. Tragic.
Who's this?
He was in a car accident today.
Oh, no. Who is this?
It's John.
John?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I was just talking to him.
I know.
Where did it happen?
This afternoon.
Where?
On the highway.
Oh, God love him.
Yeah, big pile up.
Well, be sure and give the kids my condolences.
Okay. Well, I gotta go.
All right, John.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Learn to play poker with the Opie and Anthony Show.
No. Oh, God. She spilled my chips.
I'm sorry, sir.
Opie.
Now clean it up!
That's right. Be a poker player, just like your father.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Are you happy now, Opie? Are you happy?
All right, we're back. Thanks for checking us out. Tell your friends if you're enjoying what you're hearing so we can spread this thing across America. The O&A virus on High Voltage 202. What do you got over there, Anthony? You were bitching about something.
Oh, no, first, an instant feedback from Toolbag. You have to play Opie telling that little kid that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Pretty sure it's from the old AAF days. Yeah, now that was a cringe moment.
I got death threats over that, actually.
Hey, Santa doesn't exist.
This is Double J. Now that the kid's
J.
crying in the background, he'll never be the same. I just want to let him know that I was just kidding.
I'm just joshing. Santa will be coming to your house giving you plenty of gifts because you've been a good boy.
Ugh. The let him off the hook gag.
Never let him off the hook.
No.
I'm sure there's audio of us letting someone off the hook somewhere, but in general, we never let anyone off the hook.
I hope not.
If you tell someone something in a prank call and they say, thanks for telling me that, I'm now going to go smother my infant, you still shouldn't let him off the hook. Let him do it. Yep.
Yum.
Let him do it. Like if you see someone going down a comedic road and it's an obvious dead end and he just keeps talking,
let him go.
Let him bury himself deeper.
Let him smash his face into
Don't
the wall.
help him out of that one.
Do you want to hear this, though? Because it's here.
Yeah, sure.
Really fast?
Let's give it a list then.
I always have to explain that this happened a really long time ago.
Oh, don't make excuses.
Because now that even though it's a tape, people still want to hurt me over this call.
What are you going to do?
It is the holiday season. I guess we can start playing this again.
Sure.
Now, just keep in mind, this was 7, maybe 8 years ago, and the kid's got to be pretty old now.
Is it that long ago? Wow.
The kid officially doesn't believe in Santa Claus.
Right.
The kid doesn't care anymore.
He feels ridiculous that he ever did.
He's discovering Nirvana at this point. Kurt Cobain is now his hero. Back then, I'm sure. All the kids are discovering Kurt Cobain, Anthony.
I think you have a little guilt for this.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I just don't want a beer bottle to hit me in the back of the head as I walk home today.
Oh, it's old news.
Yeah, I was just listening to your station a little while ago.
Yeah.
And had my 3-year-old son with me, and you guys were putting down the Santa Claus thing, and it's just your parents and all that.
Yeah.
And I love Opie and Anthony, and I'm a faithful listener, but I had to change the station.
Oh, that's okay. You're doing parenting, that's called, when you change the station.
Yeah.
Wait. I detect that you're a little pissed at us because we just said that there's no Santa Claus on the air.
Well, it'd be one thing if it was, a little later at night and there wouldn't happen to have been someone's kid listening,
Dude, I just saved you the hassle. Now you could get the credit for all those presents you bought for him.
Did we traumatize him?
No, you didn't, actually. I changed the station in time where he didn't pick up on it because he was busy doing something else.
Hey, what's your son's name?
It's Jeffrey.
Can I talk to him real fast?
Why? What are you going to say?
I just wanted to say hi to him.
You're not going to say anything bad, are you?
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah.
I hope not.
All right, where's Jeffrey?
I'll get him. He don't really talk much on the phone, but...
What's your wife saying in the background?
Well, she wasn't too happy about it when I told her. She wasn't listening, but wait. Chill out. Chill out. Okay, hey, Jeffrey, somebody wants to talk to you on the phone. Those guys we were listening to on the radio.
I'm on the floor first.
He's got a measuring tape. He said he's measuring the floor first.
And your wife is mad at me for doing that? I better talk to him and then smooth it over.
Okay, well, here he is, okay? I'll give him the phone, but I don't know if he'll talk.
All right.
Okay, here he is. Oh, here, Jeffrey, listen to this guy on the radio. He wants to talk to you. Here.
Jeffrey, take it. Come here. Wait, let me get him on my lap.
Jeffrey, come here. Just listen to what this guy has to say to you.
Jeffrey, there's no Santa Claus. Jeffrey, there's no Santa Claus. It's your dad.
Oh, no. Heartless.
Hey, man, the kid's 11 now. 12, maybe.
It sounded the same as the Bill's dead woman.
Anyway, we're back.
Lovely. See? Double J? How you doing? There'll be shocking news coming out of the entertainment world.
Yeah, this is
shocking.
This is a huge surprise.
Yeah. There was, I guess, an award show last night that was on, the American Music Awards. I guess that was on.
Yeah.
And I guess aside from, what's her name? Anna Nicole Smith. I guess everything went pretty smooth, right?
Yep.
No big troubles, no big problems. Well, in Santa Monica, they had the Vibe Award taping. They tape it because they can't put this show on live. Although they should, it would be the top-rated show ever.
No one has the balls
wouldn't tune in.
put it on live, though.
No one has the balls to put this on live. You couldn't put it on live. There would be all kinds of FCC violations just for language alone. That would be the fun part. But, again, Opie, I kind of remember this happening. This is like deja vu. A fight broke out near the stage at the Vibe Awards. What's going on with the Vibe Awards? What is the difference between the Vibe Awards or any other award show?
Melanin.
Jesus.
A fight broke out near the stage of the Vibe Awards ceremony as Snoop Dogg and producer Quincy Jones were preparing to honor Dr. Dre. And one person was stabbed, authorities and witnesses said. So now Dr. Dre is going to be honored. It's not, I guess, an award that's big. He's getting an honor award, like some kind of a legend award.
Yeah, probably like a Lifetime Achievement
Right,
Award or
guy's
something.
been in
Sure.
hip-hop. This is like, I don't know, Chuck Heston coming out on the stage for an Oscar Lifetime Achievement Award. Or, I
Dr.
don't
Dre
know.
goes way back, though, yo.
Yep. Paul McCartney coming out for a Grammy Award, Lifetime Achievement Award. So here you go. It's a guy that's, he's no kid in the business. Guy's been in the business for many years.
I invented
rap music, Robin.
He discovered Snoop.
Yep, discovered Snoop.
And he was instrumental as far as the West Coast rap goes, Anthony.
Because all the Eminem stuff, all of that
Well, of
music
course,
stuff.
and he continues today, helping out Eminem.
NWA.
Making Eminem legit, I might add.
Founding member of
Because if
NWA.
Eminem had
NWA.
white people behind him, he wouldn't be as popular as he is. Dr. Dre makes the black community accept Eminem.
Yep.
Dissed Eazy-E and forgave him on his deathbed.
Right. Eazy-E. Dozens of people sitting near the stage Monday inside a hangar at Santa Monica Municipal Airport. That's where they hold their award shows. Okay. Began shoving each other as the show wound down about 7:30. So now I guess the show's winding down. Now it's time to, it's time to pay up some debts. A photographer who covered the event said, things started winding down about 7:30. News video shows chairs being thrown, punches flying, people chasing one another, and some being restrained. If you haven't seen the video for this, you got to tune in the news. Because
It's a melee.
They're playing it. It is
My
truly
favorite
a
part
melee.
is the cop that doesn't want to totally commit, but kind of jumps in the melee for a second and sprays, it looks like pepper spray or something.
At anybody.
And then just jumps back out.
Yeah. Yeah, he just jumps in, sprays, jumps out.
Chairs thrown. You can see punches thrown. The only thing that can be possibly more embarrassing and worse is the Dallas defense.
Yeah, nice job last night, Dallas.
It was unclear if the stabbing preceded or followed the fight. The victim, 26-year-old man, taken to the hospital. No arrests were made. Witness Frank Williams told KCAL-TV that Dr. Dre was involved in the brawl. I saw Dr. Dre fighting somebody, Williams said. I don't know if he was fighting back, but there was a guy taken out basically bloodied. Dr. Dre should not be fighting at award shows. I can understand some young up-and-comers.
I don't remember it. You can take the out of the, but you can't take the out of.
Jesus.
What? What?
All right.
I'm not done yet.
Keep going.
Dr. Dre, who was scheduled to receive a Vibe Legend Award, okay. Vibe Legend Award for his lifetime contributions to hip-hop, had not come to the stage yet when the fight erupted. Jones and Snoop Dogg stood on stage without saying anything. I would think Snoop would just fucking, duck.
I'm amazed Snoop is still alive at this point. Seems like he's got people that don't like him all over the place.
I know, and he's got to be, when something breaks out, you might think, buck. Might be some gunfire headed your way, Snoop.
I remember it, by the way, the old expression.
Oh, yeah?
You can take the golfer off the course, but you can't take the course out of the golfer.
There you go. About 1,000 people attended the event. Some scurried for the exits when the melee began. It's really important. Here it is. It's really important that we don't take a negative incident like this and do away with the awards. Suge Knight told reporters.
Before he hung someone out a window to get residuals.
That was Vanilla Ice. Yeah, Vanilla Ice, sure.
People can say what they want. When white people comment on these things, it comes off sounding very racist, comes off sounding very stereotyping, that we're stereotyping. But the truth of the matter is, if you're a self-respecting black man, you have to hate when things like this happen. Because it's fuel for racists to look and say, see, this is what it's all about. But then, see, this is what it's all about. What are you doing?
Are you speaking as the racist or as Anthony there?
I'm playing the racist advocate.
Okay.
But it's not if it was an isolated incident, but then you got, Jay-Z's people pepper spraying R. Kelly. Who does that at a concert? Metallica just toured with Godsmack. Did Sully blast Hetfield on the way up? I mean, it doesn't happen anywhere but there.
You know who does that?
Oh, you know what?
People that want their names in the news.
Boy.
I'm sorry, Go ahead. Sorry, I'm shutting up. I'm not going to say.
No, I don't think you should shut up. I don't think it's about news. I think that
I was going to say Whitey has done that too. I mean, the Axl fights were legendary. Those guys went at it.
A fist fight,
fist fight thing between two guys that are a couple of faggots anyway.
Him and Vince Neil didn't like each other. They would duke it out. That's different, than a pepper spraying or a chair throwing and a knife incident at the stage.
At the stage. There's a stabbing here. There's people punching each other. It's a melee.
Rolling Stones concert, there was a stabbing.
That's at 1968?
Yeah.
Was it the Hells Angels?
The
Hells Angels, first of all, are bikers.
But you're trying to say the blacks behave differently than the whites.
No, not at all. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would never criticize the rap community.
There's been some crazy white melees.
There's a whole thing about the rap community where the fact that we call it a community is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That these thugs.
The rap cell block.
Yeah, the rap cell block.
Well, why don't we talk to our golfer expert, Earl?
Earl? Were you at the Vibe Awards, Earl?
Hell no.
Earl wouldn't be seen near it. Believe me.
Oh, I got some sense.
It's Earl, everyone, the whitest black guy we know.
Oh, behave.
Oof.
You have
easy with those retorts, Earl.
I know, you have no gangsta in you whatsoever.
Oh, behave.
Oh, behave.
There's a thing that where these guys supposedly came from, these roots of violence and gangs, and in order to get any street cred, they have to act like it's still going on. Regardless of their millions of dollars, regardless of
these guys
the
are all
lifestyles they lead, they still want to be recognized and looked at like they're slinging dope on the corner.
Yeah, these guys are living large, man. I've seen cribs.
Yeah, of course.
These guys are living large. It's a joke.
Part of that is if somebody steps on your foot and gives you a look and doesn't apologize, instead of blowing it off
and acting like civilized human beings, you have to kill the person. You have to shoot them, stab them, or beat them down into submission because that's the way you get respect. You know what you get? You don't get respect. You get shunned by the civilized world. You get shunned by the rest of the country that doesn't believe you should shoot people for stepping on your foot or saying you're an asshole.
Mike from Jersey wants to know, was there a gun check instead of a coat check at these awards?
There you go.
Hey, so go ahead, Earl.
Gun check. You get your ticket, you hand them your Uzi,
yeah, right.
you hang it up.
Yeah.
What is there to say? Just you get a bunch of fools into one.
Oh, I was
play.
hoping you were going to say the word.
No, I was very close.
You paused and everything
yes,
there.
I did.
And then
Earl,
you turned it into fools.
As a black man,
yes.
How do you
Earl's
feel?
black?
I know. Figure it out. I just found out myself. How does it feel for a black man who's trying? You know, you lead your life as a very respectful human, I believe. You know, the guy, even though he's been fired, he still goes to work every day. Doesn't mean that he doesn't even have a job there, and he still goes to work.
That's unusual.
What an outstanding guy.
All right.
But doesn't it upset you that the stereotypes just keep going and going because of instances like this?
Oh, absolutely. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. There you go.
It's absolutely. You can't get a group of young black men to sit in one place for 3 hours without a gunshot being fired.
Mm-hmm. This is what, and you know something?
Well, actually,
every
gunshots fired?
No, it's just a stabbing, but we know
stabbing.
what you mean.
90% of whitey that reads this, they read the story and go, well, they say a couple of words. One starts with F, one starts with N. And that's what they say.
Or you shrug your shoulders and you go, yep. Yeah.
There they go.
Yep.
There they go.
Sorry, Suds.
Nobody was shocked reading this. Nobody.
Just
I mean,
personal messages I'm doing now.
Nobody was
is that it?
surprised.
Yeah, because he wants me to stop tapping. So
Oh, were you tapping again?
Yeah, so sorry,
Tap,
Suds.
tap, tap.
I dropped the pen. Go ahead, Ann. I'm sorry. Well,
It's just, it makes people just say what they're thinking when they read stuff like
Jerry
this.
Lee Lewis in Charlotte. You know, we were talking about the stabbing at the Stone Show.
Uh-huh.
We all know it was because they hired the Hells Angels to run security at Altamont. That would be like hiring the Bloods to run security for the Vibe Awards. He makes a good point.
There you go.
And a violent outbreak in a giant arena like that or outdoor event, which happened in the late 60s, you can't compare with the front of the stage at an award show. Everybody's wearing suits.
It's supposed to be professional
It's being
people
filmed for television.
coming in here and honoring each other with their own award show. And that's just it. Now, black people decided they wanted their own award show, Vibe Awards. And fine, go ahead. But shouldn't you make sure it's one of the most respectful award shows that you put it on and pay tribute to black entertainers? It's not just that it happens at an all black award show makes people look and go, see.
I just love the fact that the entertainment industry makes them hold the award show next to the Roswell craft in some airline hangar somewhere.
Motherfucking alien autopsy going on next door. What the?
I think I should give it all back to Don Cornelius and the Soul Train Awards.
Yeah, there you go. Now you never saw anything bad happen
Nothing
there.
ever bad happened.
Don Cornelius, the big afros.
Hey, Brother Joe, I got to ask you something.
Yes.
Are we really boring today, or is your band just tired?
No, we came back from Massachusetts.
I know, the band's
we drove
asleep on the
It's kind of a buzzkill. I keep looking over like, I think we're having a pretty good show, and these guys are snoring on our lesbian
Why
couch.
Why is Bono asleep on our couch?
Yeah, right.
The funny thing is, I drove. I was the one that drove.
Dude,
we came
your-
from Massachusetts.
Your bass
last night.
player is out cold.
Out
we can throw
cold.
stuff at him. He has no
Done.
idea what's going on.
He is done.
All right, well.
It was his birthday, by the way, yesterday. He got tanked last night.
How old was he?
40.
Oh,
Happy
big
birthday.
one.
and many more.
Ouch.
All right, Earl, thank you.
All right,
I'd like to give him a nice oniony bag on his nose for his birthday.
A Roman war helmet.
God, we really should do that. We should, like, do the pictures, the dick pictures.
And let's read from Rent Boys as you do it.
No, because then it would stand straight out.
All right.
Hot moment.
So there you go.
I'm just saying. You got to stop doing. And who am I, the voice of the black community? They got to just stop doing this.
We should get Sex Bagel in here. He went to the world premiere of Christmas with the Cranks.
Was there a stabbing?
No.
Yes.
No.
You're not going to see any gang-type violence at Christmas with the Cranks.
Well,
Another bad, stupid Christmas, wacky slapstick comedy.
No, grab that one.
About how like Christmas is so tough and the kids drive you nutty and
and you got to put the decorations on the house, and whoops, I went off the roof. Oh,
I'm hanging by the lights.
I love that sound effect.
Awful.
It's one of your new ones I love.
That's dynamic.
You used that a few times.
Love it.
What was that really funny Christmas movie that came out? Christmas at the Yates. That was a really good one. Where it's just 5 empty stockings.
Hey, did you make the news? Was
like
this because
Christmas
of you?
at the Petersons?
That guy was 2 people away from me. There was Access Hollywood and then the Fox people.
Jamie Lee Curtis gets cranky. Here's a good rule to live by. Don't ask Jamie Lee Curtis too many questions or any questions at all if possible. She's no charmer, that's for sure. Try ice cold. Who knew? I met her last night at the lavish premiere for her lackluster new holiday comedy, Christmas with the Cranks, which is about a middle-aged couple who are ostracized by their neighbors when they decide to skip the holiday and go on a cruise, Anthony. I was standing
I
there.
bet at the end of the movie, they finally realize how good Christmas is and join the whole community in
You're probably
celebrating.
right.
Yeah.
Singing one of those. La, la, la,
Yeah.
Either that,
Caroling.
Either that or everybody realized
in the
that
town square. Maybe not, though, because Bad Santa started a new trend
doesn't seem like that.
last year.
Or maybe everybody else in the community realizes that they're Jews and then just ostracized them for that as well.
I was standing near Jamie Lee. Yikes. All I asked was what she'd be working on next when Jamie Lee exclaimed in response, "Nothing. Nothing. No more movies. No more. I can't do it anymore. I'm a mother. I've got to concentrate on my kids," she said.
Ugh, like that?
At that point, if looks could have killed, yours truly would have been 6 feet under. What was I going to do? Jamie Lee's co-star Tim Allen was much better. When his publicist tried to advance the idea that Allen say hello, he walked away. Even the publicist shrugged. What can you do?
These fucking stars. They are the worst.
That's why we don't want these people on our show, even though they're trying to get us to get A-list celebrities on the program.
Yeah, if they wouldn't behave that way in the studio, they'd get abused horribly.
So, Eric...
But this is truly, you're right, you bring up a great point. This is why we don't want these people on our show. They're awful when they come in here, and we've had a couple. They come in with their publicist. They don't want to say boo, not 2 words. They plug what they got going, and then they're out. They're no fun, so screw them.
You should have asked Jamie Lee Curtis, what gender did your parents think you were when you were born? Both genitals, freak. I'm sure she would have answered happily.
Is that really
Pee
true?
out of
Or
the
is that...
gash or the cock?
I don't know. I've heard.
Yeah, that's the thing that they've been talking about forever.
I don't know if she has both or if she just has a big clitoris or like a hermaphrodite type. That's what I kind of hope she has. Like, oof, big, like a fist in her panties.
Got to give her the cans she had in Trading
Right.
Places.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When she takes her shirt off
yeah.
in front of Dan Aykroyd.
And then she covers him up and slams the door in his face.
Great set.
What a great scene.
Now she's cranky, I think, because she's losing all that.
Of course she is.
It's affecting her. And her whole mindset now, when she does do interviews and actually speaks, is that she's accepting the fact that she's just another middle-aged woman.
You know what?
And she's accepting her body and
That's
everything.
bullshit.
It is bullshit.
She is not accepting it.
She's
That's
very bitter.
She wants to come across that she's accepting it. She's miserable, has to look at that sagging face in the mirror every freaking morning.
Yeah.
And just like anyone else on this planet, it bothers her.
It bugs her.
Of course
and
it
she's
does.
going out of her way to tell people how much it doesn't bother her. She did a photo shoot in, what magazine was that? Where she had no makeup
and all
on,
that.
no doctoring to the photos, and it was her.
Right. It was
And
just a way of getting her name out there.
She's
again.
trying a little too hard.
These
to accept
celebrities,
that.
they'll do anything to get their names out there.
Yes.
And that was her in for a while. What?
We took some photos at the event last night. Steve's going to have them on the website in a little bit. She has her hair cut, that really dykish haircut, super short, spiked, and it's silver. It's not even gray. Silver. It was reflecting light. She had some kind of paint done to her hair.
And Eric, when did she ever have long hair?
No, I mean,
I don't
this
think
is
she ever
almost
did,
like
you're
G.I.
right.
Jane kind of.
But it was
But
cool
she's always
when
had
she
that
was
haircut.
younger. It was kind of like pixie-ish.
Right.
And with that body, it was fine.
And
But
now she looks like the gym teacher.
like Christopher Guest has to just be going, what the fuck? What did I make? It's your fucking wife, okay? You can't play the guitar anymore.
Well, Eric is our go-getter on this radio show, Sex Bagel, and he calls out of the blue and says, "Dude, I think I'm going to get into the on the red carpet for the world premiere of Christmas with the Cranks." He had no credentials or nothing.
Credentials.
He was just walking by and said, "You know what? I'm going to give this a shot and see what I can make out of this."
A mere block or so away, there's machine gunners at the Christmas tree. and you get in with no security.
Well, this area was also surrounded by military personnel. There were some Marines and Army men there doing the Toys for Tots, which is funny, by the way, because all these celebrities and their families are coming down the red carpet with toys.
But the guys with the machine guns, they just looked at your frosted hair and go, he's all right.
Yeah,
he won't be a problem. They let you be.
He's a good boy.
You want to play? This is how he snuck in. He talked his way into the thing. It's pretty impressive.
He said on 6th. So we go around the 6th. Press check-in. Excuse me, press check-in? Where is that? So you have a space over here.
Lady right here with the bag, the brown bag.
Step out. Hi.
XM Satellite Radio?
XM Satellite Radio.
Do you remember who our contact was? They said to show up at the press check-in. What was her name? It's bounced from New York to D.C. back to us.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Okay, not a problem. They're checking right now for press credentials for XM. She smells good. The lady's checking it in. She smells like cinnamon. Look at me sniffing her hair.
You know what? I just need you guys to wait here.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
I just need them to wait.
You want to stand back here? That's fine. Yeah, let's just get out of the way a little bit.
XM radio?
XM Satellite Radio.
I'm just going to stick you in at the end.
Okay.
See, so they said people were hearing you, but they weren't hearing me. You're not going to be on the carpet. You've got to walk around.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look at us walking on the red carpet like we're somebody. They didn't clarify to us, so. It's a big candy cane and a snowman.
There you go. He snuck his way in. That's not
Snuck
bad.
in.
Good work.
And you didn't have a contact. You were just saying, I don't know what the
just
contact.
did the whole runaround. It's like, I can't remember her name. You know,
That's
we went
a good
down
one.
to D.C. and it came back to New York, and it was just thrown out on us last minute. I forgot the name.
And you wait for her to go like, Mary? And then you go, yeah, Mary.
It bounced, you said. It bounced from D.C.
It
back.
bounced.
From DC back.
I know, using the technical
I heard another
jargon.
publicist said it, so I was like, well, that works.
Bounce.
Some corporate lingo.
Yeah, they were probably saying, would you bounce that guy out of here? He obviously doesn't belong.
And then they moved us right up to the front.
Yeah, then he just starts walking across the red carpet.
Nice. Yeah, whatever got you in.
What'd you have to record with?
Some portable DAT recorders.
Okay, so you
with the little XM logo on the mics. That's it.
Oh, cool.
That's
all you
all
need.
they saw.
Mic flags. That's
All
all
right.
you need.
And then you talk to a lot of people. I don't know.
Start with number 9.
Mick Foley. All right. Here's our old pal Mick Foley, Anthony.
What was he doing
Mankind.
there? Is he in the movie?
He was just hanging. He was escorting
He loves
some
Christmas.
contest winner.
You know that.
He does?
He lives Christmas all year long, Anthony. All year long. I think he. You say it in the thing, but
he
I think
explains it. Why he's there.
But I think that room that he has is all year long.
Yeah, it's his basement. He converted his basement to like a
Christmas
huge
room.
holiday house.
Why?
And he has it all year long.
He's a crazy person.
Mick Foley, wrestling legend. How you doing, my man? How you doing, Mick?
Legend.
Thing.
Well, he's very nervous.
Wrestling legend.
He's a wrestling legend.
He's a wrestling legend.
Sex Bagel was very nervous because he's really into wrestling.
Interview tips by
and
Voss.
here's like God walking up to him, basically.
Well, that's always nice to meet a legend. I mean, there's nothing.
Legend.
A legend.
Mick Foley, wrestling legend. How you doing, my man? How you doing, Mick?
I love when you point it out, and then it just
funnier.
gets funnier and funnier.
Let's hear legend.
Mick Foley, wrestling legend. How you doing, my man?
He didn't have a D on the end. Legend.
Legend.
a D.
Legend.
Mick Foley, wrestling legend. How you doing, my man? How you doing, Mick?
Good thing.
Down here
Legend
cross
trouble.
promoting your children's Christmas book with the movie?
No, actually, it wouldn't be above me to blatantly promote my children's book, Tales from Resca Lane, available in bookstores everywhere. But I'm actually here accompanying a WWE sweepstakes winner who came in from St. Louis for this event.
What a prize.
Nice.
Yes.
When are we going to see you return back to the ring?
Back to the ring. I'm not sure. I had a good time. Made a return after 4 years away from the ring wars. I think it was a pretty successful return, and I may have to do one of these matches once a year just to keep my weight somewhat in check. Yeah.
So you having fun? I know you're a big kid at heart when it comes to Christmas. You have a whole room dedicated to Christmas at your house?
Oh, it's good research. Yeah, I do have a whole room dedicated to Christmas. The Christmas room needs a little updating. It's become it's not quite what it could be, but I'm going to update it and make it even better. Maybe draw upon this movie here, Christmas with the Cranks, for inspiration.
I was thinking maybe you could, snag one of these snowmen or Mickey Dolenz' Charles Dickens hat.
Who that is? Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. Yeah, okay. Ooh. I knew he looked familiar.
Star-studded.
Yes, I don't know if I can. That snowman's about 8 feet tall and several thousand pounds. I'm not sure if it's something you could just snag.
it's not like taking hors d'oeuvres. But yeah, I'm going to update the room a little bit.
Oh, Mick, I don't want to bother you anymore. Thank you for talking.
Too late.
And could you say hi to our friends Opie and Anthony?
Opie, yeah, I just saw that they're back. They're on XM now. Tell them I'd love to come on. I actually checked with my publicist at HarperCollins. I said, how can I get a hold of Opie and Anthony when they were kind of in, radio purgatory, just to let them know that, the guys that they helped out hadn't forgotten about them. Yeah, I'd love to come on.
Well, we're back nationwide through Canada, too, everything.
And now they can't get in trouble, right? They can say the bad words, right?
Whatever we want to do.
All right. Yeah, those guys are awesome.
Okay. Hold on.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Mick, thank you very much. You have a good time at the movie.
Have a great day.
Have a night, Mick.
I love how Eric tried to convey that he is involved with our show. This is like, yeah, we're back. And he goes, yeah, those guys. And then Mick goes back to saying, those guys. And he's like, yeah, we can say whatever we want. Please, Mick, realize I'm saying we like I'm one of the producers of the show. I'm involved.
Can you play the last sentence again? I think he tripped on something else. Is it possible to play the last couple sentences again?
Well, play the weird part, because that's good,
yeah.
and then we'll go right into the end. Because he's really trying hard to let Mick know that he's involved with the show.
I wanted him to come back on the show.
Of course.
Hold on.
I know which part you're saying that
I hadn't forgotten about them. Yeah, I'd love to come on.
Well, we're back nationwide through Canada, too, everything.
And now they can't get in trouble, right? They can say the bad words, right?
Whatever we want to do.
All right. Yeah, those guys are awesome.
I'll give that to your publicist, and we'd love to have you on the show.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Mick, thank you very much. You have a good time at the movie.
Have a great day.
Have a night, Mick.
Have a night, Mick?
Have a good night.
Have a night,
Elizabeth, right? From The View?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Elizabeth from the View.
How you doing? My name's Eric from XM.
Hi, Eric.
Nice to
How
meet
are
you.
you?
So you guys today, good show today. A little surprising.
Good show this egg.
Good show, Shageg.
Good show this egg.
Good show this egg. You stink.
I know.
Just a little nervous.
Good show this egg.
Nice to meet you. So you guys today, good show this day. It meant to say good show today.
Good show today.
Good show this egg.
Good show this egg.
Good show this egg. This
Wow.
egg.
What's your favorite song? 8 Says a Week?
From XM.
Hi, Eric.
Nice to
How
meet
are
you.
you?
So you guys today, good show this day. A little surprising that Star just had her.
It's a hard say's knife.
Good show today.
Good show say.
Yeah. Good show this egg.
Wow.
Show this egg. Monday, Wednesday.
Tuesday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday.
Show this egg.
Wedding, and she's back the next day. Don't you think she'd want to take a week off and enjoy her new marriage?
She's a dedicated woman. I know. It's a big week this week for the show, and their travel arrangements leave this weekend. So that's just, that's just individual plans. I have plenty of friends who delay their honeymoon because of work.
Is he fucking gossiping with this View bitch
Yes.
about Star Jones's wedding?
He's chit-chatting.
Really? What else did she say,
Not
Liz Smith?
sincerely, no. When
Yeah,
you're
why would
standing
she-
there and every publicist is standing right there, leaning in, looking at you, I'm not going to go right for the bad question right away.
You
I'm
don't have
just
to go for a bad
smoozing little
question.
bit.
Well, speaking of the bad question, when do you go?
Yeah, when do you go for it? Because all we hear is this schmoozing with these jack-offs.
So there's gonna be a bad question in this little
probably
exchange.
No.
You are being sincere. He's got you.
No,
Who's
not being
next, Cindy
sincere.
Adams? Who's next?
It's pretty typical. I would think.
So she had her wedding this weekend. She's going to be working all this week till the next weekend. That's fascinating. She's a hard-working woman. Any inside tips of what that big surprise?
You are
no.
cringing.
Tuck it between your legs when you talk on this show. Tuck it back between your legs.
The only
She
reason
works
I
really
knew
hard.
that, the only reason I knew this stuff is when we were working after you guys left. Ben came in and we were watching The View, and Star Jones was there, and I was getting all pissed off. I was like, why is she still here if she got married? She came back to thank all her sponsors and
Why would you
everything
be
else the
pissed off?
following
Who
day.
cares?
Yeah.
I just was watching it. It was making me angry. So I was paying attention, and then I happened to remember that when this lady came
Yeah.
around.
But it didn't come out as anger here. It came out like, what
I know.
a wacky
It
Came
guy.
out like you
bullshit,
wanted
and
to
it
be the
didn't
newest member of The View.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why would she do that to herself? It's her special day.
Oh, it's her day. Let her go. She deserves a honeymoon.
She's a hard-working woman. Any inside tips
At
of what that
eating.
big surprise was? That she said she can't wait till tomorrow to tell us?
Oh, I'm waiting myself.
I'm on edge. That's like, what the hell is she?
I'm on
I was
edge.
sitting there like this, just.
That sounds like a lot of anger coming out.
Are you really on edge? Yeah, there's that anger.
I'm on edge.
I'm on edge. I can't wait.
She didn't take a honeymoon. I'm on edge. Were you really on edge, wondering what her big surprise was?
Give a shit. No.
It didn't sound like you were on edge. It sounded like you were on cock. Someone else is sitting on it and bouncing up and down as you ask questions.
What that big surprise was that she said she can't wait till tomorrow to tell us?
Oh, I'm waiting myself.
I'm on edge. That's like, what the hell is she saying? You know, I'm like, come on, it's got to be something big.
We all are. She could keep the secret, so I'm trying to dig it out of her as well. But
dig it out of
maybe
her.
tomorrow.
Along with 3
So
pounds
you're here
of
just to
lobster.
relax, enjoy the movie, have a good time. Would you say hi to our friends Opie and Anthony?
Hey, Opie and Anthony, what's going on?
Nothing. Nothing.
Where was
from
the bad
you.
question?
Yeah. Kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Can I tell you?
Time for the bad question, and you forgot.
I'd rather have Jeff whisper in my ear what a liberal I am.
All right, that's all right. You know.
Well, then you got to not talk to Stephen Van Zandt.
Oh, he looks so dejected
This is
standing
good.
there.
Stop.
Don't worry about it.
fine.
Yeah,
I'm
come on,
fine.
we're all on
You
edge.
okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Next one's even better.
There's no
Oh,
crying.
like he puts his head down. He goes, "Next one's even better," and then his head goes down. He's
There's
like,
no crying in radio.
no crying in radio.
Yeah. Hey, look, you want to pick yourself up and like redeem yourself? Read some of this. That'll be
Yeah.
Again.
Wait,
all
he's
right.
really sad.
Little
I think.
wrench boys.
We're just having fun with this.
No, I knew this was coming because I listened to the tape last night and I said, oh my God, I suck.
No,
so
you didn't
bad.
suck. It was fine.
No,
You were just kvetching with one of the View girls. 2 of you.
Steven, can we get a quick question? Steven, can we get a quick question? Is that possible? From XM Satellite Radio? I know. Not even for the news?
You'll get fired.
Not even... Hey, it's television, not just the radio. He just mouthed he loves XM and waved by. So little Steven can't talk to us because of Sirius. Sorry.
It's television too.
The guys from Access Hollywood were right next to me and had the camera right there. So I just went, "Oh, it's for television."
Oh,
pointing
you're
to the
trying
camera
to
right there,
sneak
not
in
just
there.
the radio. And then she's like,
Trying to fool the publicist into thinking
Was that
there's
the publicist?
XM satellite television.
Also known as the buzzkill.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Yeah,
The
she came
publicists
back
are
to
the
me later and
worst.
she goes, "I represent a lot of the music division for Sirius, and you can't be doing this stuff." Okay, fine.
Oh,
don't bring him
fuck
around.
you
What exactly? Another fucking twat who had a dream of making it in show business, who was relegated to just promoting people who had talent. Publicists are worthless.
Shack off. Just because the guy broadcasts on Sirius, he can't
He
do an
seems
interview
fine
with
with
somebody.
it.
Of
She
course,
came-
he was fine with it.
Steven,
of course.
Why would you want to promote in front of all the people they
Right.
have here too?
Yeah.
Yes. Keep it to Sirius with 40 listeners.
What an ass.
Did he have his fucking Sirius unit on a hand truck in front of him too?
If it wasn't for that publicist's hot voice, she'd really be a zero.
Oh. That's why entertainment stinks. No one has balls anymore. And then they listen to the publicist. You know, he should have said, "Oh, screw it."
Yeah. Shut your mouth. I'm a man.
Right.
Shut your trap. They all become kept people, these celebrities.
You get yelled at.
They're kept. The publicist tells them who they can talk to.
All right. And now he almost got Jamie Lee Curtis.
I thought he did.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I asked one quick question.
Got her
and she
angry.
Got all upset
But
and pushed the
apparently
mic back in my face.
She was pissed off anyway.
No,
maybe she was coming off of that
Actually,
other guy's
this is
interview.
worth him going down there for 5
All
hours.
right.
How long were you there?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Did you see the movie?
No, they wouldn't give us tickets. Yet they gave all the people standing on the opposite side of the street. They went out and handed tickets because they didn't have the whole theater filled.
Oh.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Trying to get Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie! Jamie? No, she just gave us the finger. I think.
You look amazing. What are you wearing?
I had to check.
Now, who's this?
This is some foreign magazine right next to me who got in her face right there, so she had to stop.
So he's the guy asking these questions.
I come in at the end.
Okay.
I had to check. That's the good news. I had to check. I had one of the photographers tell me.
Can you remember?
It's Dolce
It's
Gabbana's
Dolce?
jacket, which I bought, and a lovely little Louis Vuitton skirt.
You seem to be the one that plays in all the kid stuff. With the young actresses, and
Play
is
with
that fun
kids
for you?
It
Is it a
is.
new audience?
It is. I've just had a great experience.
Oh,
with,
yeah, that's great. Hey, how does it feel playing the mom now in movies? Remember when you used to play the hot broad? How does it feel playing the mom?
And what was she supposed to say? Oh, it really sucks, but this is all the roles I'm getting.
Kids pointing at my crotch going, "What sex are you?"
thinking I was out of show business and then kind of having this wonderful little last big gap.
Was it Freaky Friday?
It was a Freaky Friday, and now it's a wacky Christmas, and, you know.
It's going on. How do you stay in shape?
Overgrown clitoris.
You got it, you got it, you got it. Relax. You got the picture.
Sorry.
Wow, who's she yelling at?
There was this Australian photographer that was standing behind myself and the other guy there, and she keeps leaning in. She followed her all the way down, just photo, and Jamie's getting really pissed. She's like, you got it, you got it. A little later, she said, stop taking my photo. She started
Smile,
yelling.
Sheila.
Wasn't into it, huh?
Nope. No, because she's not into the fact she's getting old. This proves it right here.
Yeah.
How do you stay in shape? You look amazing.
You got it, you got it, you got it. Relax. You got the picture.
Sorry, how do you stay in shape? You look amazing.
Stop.
How do you stay in shape?
I'm not in shape. I'm not in shape.
To me, you look amazing. When you look in the mirror, what do you see?
I see that my jacket was snagging on my purse.
I see that my boobs are now sagging to my belly button.
I like the fact she said I'm not in shape, though. I kind of respect that. At least she's not deluded.
But no. That's her trying to. You know how you answer that friggin' question? You go, thank you very much. And that's it. She says that because she's trying too hard. And this is just this one instance. I've seen this, with her before. She's trying hard to make this impression like, yes, it's obvious I'm getting older, and I don't care. But she does so much that it makes her angry. She should just thank people for a compliment and move on. And if the people want to snap pictures, let them snap pictures.
To me, you look amazing. When you look in the mirror, what do you see?
I see that my jacket was snagging on my purse. No, I see middle-aged,
snagging
soft
on her clit.
woman.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
When is True Lies 2 coming out?
Never going to happen.
See, that's going to happen. That's when she pushed the mic right into my face.
Now, you ask her when True Lies 2 is coming out. That's you.
Yes.
And, of course, there's been no plans for that movie to come out.
No. Never.
But you asked, and she said never, and hit the microphone.
She goes, if you hear it again, it goes, never gonna happen. And right before she even finishes happen, you hear, and the mic just goes right into my face.
A legend like that.
She had a body double.
A movie legend.
Well, you know what it is. She knows her days are numbered. She had I heard Jay Moore's wife was actually her body double in True Lies. Maybe that's why it's a sensitive subject, because she would do that sexy dance for Arnold. That was not her body.
That was Jay Moore's wife?
That's what I've heard, yeah. I'm pretty sure that bit of trivia is true.
Who told you that? If it was Jay Moore.
I don't remember, but I think I've heard it from somebody else.
Really?
Yeah.
Next time Jay's on the show, we'll have to ask him
All right,
about
so I guess
that.
we'll never find out. But, I mean, you could always maybe ask somebody that knows
I don't have
Jay.
a problem with Jay.
I'm not saying you have a problem with Jay. I'm saying you haven't heard from Jay.
No. Oh, you don't think he'll call us?
I'm not saying he won't call you or he will call you. I'm just saying he hasn't called you.
Oh, all right. So then you got to Dan Aykroyd. Is this worth playing?
Yeah. It is if you want to goof on me and want to have him say hi to Greg and Tony instead of Opie and Anthony. Because at this point, all the security people and the publicists, now, after hearing Steve Van Zant's publicist yell at me and Jamie Lee Curtis push the mic in my face, they're all standing right near and just watching everything I'm doing.
Oh, now you're a bad guy.
Now I'm a bad guy. So I figured as soon as I said Opie and Anthony, someone was going to catch on to it.
Right.
So I said, say hi to Greg and Tony. And then Dan Aykroyd's like, hey, Greg and Tony, rock on.
Show. The Greg and Tony
Show.
Show.
It's an old callback bit to what you guys
Sure.
Is he only doing national? Is he only doing national? No. For national. XM. All right. So it turned into trying to get to Dan Aykroyd.
Hustling,
Dan Aykroyd.
XM Radio?
Yes.
Yes,
How
very
you doing,
good.
sir?
All right, what's up?
Saw the previews.
Well, you know, we got a giant like Tim and Jamie Lee, my great friend from Pictures Past. I mean, you know, it was one of those just great experiences.
I gotta shake your hand. One of my favorite movies of all time, Trading Places.
You know that
Trading.
I almost said
Places.
Trading Spaces, and I corrected it right in my mind.
Places.
Yep.
Wow. We'll hear that a couple times.
Trading Places. I gotta shake your hand. One of my favorite movies of all time, Trading Places.
You know, that's a good.
You know, if I drank, I'd have an excuse for this, but I don't.
Places.
Hey, wait, can you guys hold on? I want to go into the other studio and see what Frank's place is looking like over there.
I gotta shake your hand. One of my favorite movies of all time, Trading Places.
You know, that's a good Christmas
Awesome
movie, too. That holds up. It really does.
It does. Fit in well. You look fantastic.
Well, I walked.
You said fantastic.
You look fantastic?
No, the guy next door, the guy right next to me, he said the same exact thing. I was trying to see if he'd say the same speech he was giving the other guy. He said, "You look fantastic. How do you stay so fit?" And he was just repeating word for word everything he did on the what?
You told Dan Aykroyd he looks fantastic?
Just because the guy right next to me was going, "You're fantastic."
Dude, he's
you
a
look
bloated
fantastic."
mess.
I saw him at the Saturday Night Live after party a couple weeks ago. No, he doesn't look so good.
Not too fantastic?
Well, can we hear that again? The fantastic
Maybe he
voice?
meant-
Does fit in well. You look fantastic.
Well, I walked here tonight. And
Was that him saying fantastic?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Maybe he meant he looks like a van because he's so big now and bloated.
I'm waiting for my entire family, but
I'm bullshitting, yeah, but it's okay.
no, I don't know where they are.
You're gonna
you know.
maybe break out a little harmonica Christmas song tonight?
Well, I play accordion in the movie, so I guess if the soundtrack plays at the party, I'll do some lip syncing.
Before you go, any more Blues Brothers plans in the works?
Well, we
not.
play with for casinos all over the place. We're playing for Joe Piscopo's charity on January 22nd at the Borgata Casino down in Atlantic City. It's a great charity that Joe runs, and we're bringing the band to that with Brother Z, who's the blood brother of Jake Blues, a.k.a. James Belushi, the star, according to Jim. So, Jan 22, Atlantic City. Come on down and see us.
Can you say hi to our friends Greg and Tony?
Hey, Greg and Tony, rock on.
Thank you. That's Opie and Anthony, but I would never get away.
What a fucking putz he
What
turned into.
happened to Fred Garvin, male prostitute, and the Bassomatic guy, and all those great characters from the early Saturday Night Live, and then they just turn into Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd of now, and the only lucky ones are the ones that are dead.
I'm telling you, Belushi got out at the right time.
Totally
so
did.
Hartman, so did
Gilda
Farley.
Radner.
Gilda, sure.
He should have killed that character after Belushi died, too.
Of
What is he
course.
doing?
Oh, what did they
Because he has nothing else to go with, so he...
Let him do serious work. He can act. He's a decent actor. Let him do serious roles.
What is Jim doing, man? That was his brother's gig.
That's awful.
I just never understood why they kept that going after John died. You
That's
need money
horrible.
that bad?
Yeah.
And then Aykroyd tried to play Bill Murray in Caddyshack 2 as well. Let's not
Dude,
forget. That was on the other day. I'm like, why
know.
is he imitating...
Can't sit through that.
Why is he trying to imitate Bill Murray? Why doesn't he just come up with another character for Caddyshack 2?
That was problem number 800 with that movie.
Oh, I understand.
Caddyshack,
We've
the
said
original.
it. The
great.
Caddyshack 2 is the worst
Great
sequel
movie.
ever made.
Worst sequel ever made. What's his name? The comic that they had on there?
Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason
Yeah.
is trying to do a Rodney impression.
Right.
He's trying to be the wacky comic like Rodney Dangerfield was in Caddyshack.
They couldn't get the guys back, so then they get, excuse me, other people to play those roles. It was ridiculous.
Chevy just pocketing a paycheck.
Right.
It was horrible. It is the most unfunny movie ever, coming off of, one of the funniest movies ever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mr. Gopher.
Oh, that was horrible.
That was one of the worst scenes in movie history. We should play that tomorrow.
It's such a
How hard would it be?
moment.
How hard would it be to find that scene from Caddyshack 2 where Dan Aykroyd?
Where Dan Aykroyd's putting that stupid voice on and
Mr. Gopher. And then doesn't he have someone has to suck the poison out of his butt or something? Oh,
you
God.
gotta suck it out. Oh.
Is the Tim Allenworth playing?
Not really.
Why?
I mean, there's nothing really special. He just mumbles on about, how much he loves doing movies now instead of television because the schedule's better, but nothing really.
Ooh, that's
I'd
some
like to
new-
hear that.
That's brand new information from celebrities. They never say that.
And this is A-list celebrities on the Opie and Anthony show. officially.
A-list.
Eric works for the show,
You
and
know
he
something?
talked to A-list celebrities.
You're right. This is
will,
finally A-list.
This will calm Washington down. This is the beauty we're going to get when we start getting them in studio.
Yeah.
What? What did I say? The beauty.
Okay.
What?
And Joe said, I'll slot it. And at the same time, Jamie Lee Curtis wants to do it with you, Dan Aykroyd.
And Aykroyd, Tim Allen's right here. The publicist is gonna pull him away. We're gonna try to get him.
Tell him that story because he said it's a Grisham book, and it was amazing, the opportunity.
How do you stay in shape? You look great.
Actually, I'm training pretty heavily because the movie that follows Shaggy, I play an old superhero. And they want me pretty buff. So.
How's it looking in the mirror these days?
Well, at my age, as long as I don't look too close, but my eyesight's not so good. So with the glasses off, I look pretty darn good. So just keep my glasses out of my hand.
What do you do to rehab the holidays?
I don't really get so crazy with the holidays. I plan a year out with gifts. I love.
She didn't say what do you do to rebound from the holidays, did she? As in, like, you know, you eat a little too much. What do you do to get back into shape? Oh my God!
No, she probably meant mentally. Like, you know, the holidays are so crazy. What do you do to get back on track?
Oh,
just a soft, awful question.
Nothing. When I'm on the road, I travel a lot, so I buy little things for my family when it goes. So by the time it's over, I kind of miss it.
You seem to take a beating a lot in this movie.
Yeah, this was me not reading the script real closely.
One more question and he gets it. Your movies are doing very well. Any plans to return back to television in the future?
I played around with it this year with Carsey Warner. We did a pilot, and I got my feet wet. Kind of liked it, but at this point, I love the schedule. I like the way movies work. You know, time on, time off. I have a design and fabrication work. I've got TimAllen.com. I love my website. I'm a computer geek. Gives me time to play with. Yeah, it gives me time to play with that. So movies, you're on for 2 hours, and you're off for 6, and on. I like the schedule. Yeah. Hi, Greg and Tony.
Appreciate it.
At this point, too, Dan Aykroyd is being interviewed right on the other side of us. But while Tim is talking, the publicist won't let Tim be interviewed individually. They said, you all got to do a group. So everyone has all their microphones up to Tim, and they got to shout out their questions. Dan is leaning like this while he's doing his interview over to the mics where Tim is, trying to get what he's saying there onto their audio as well, to kind of overshadow what Tim is saying as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you say during that exchange with Tim Allen that you two are into the internet or something like that? Did anyone else pick up on that?
Yeah, us too.
Was that you?
He goes, yeah,
No.
us too.
No, there was
Like Tim would go, who are you?
8 or
What?
9 people all together.
No, because he's talking about how he's into the internet, and someone very excitedly said, yeah, us too.
Yeah.
Who isn't into
wasn't
the
me.
internet at
I
this
asked
point?
a television question. I wasn't there.
You know? Like, oh my God, I can relate to you. I didn't think anyone would relate to me on this level.
Point, click.
Right. Yeah.
I do that.
I like DOS prompt.
All right. Eric, very good.
I like how Eric, you got to give him credit, though. They said one more question, and he did barge right in there.
He certainly did.
Blurt that stupid television question out.
The big disappointment was that we saw Tony Danza on the list, and we were waiting. Never showed.
All right, bring in the Drildo guys. They've been sitting out there forever. Good job, Sex Bagel.
Good job.
There he goes. A-list celebrities on the show. There we go.
Keep trying.
Can we play that song?
Don't get
Nobody told me
disappointed.
to be stays like these.
Guy's working his ass off for us.
Have a
Did
nice
good job.
day. You did a good job.
All right, who are you guys?
How you doing? I'm Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, what's up? Who are
Hey,
you?
I'm Jim.
Hey, Jim. And what do you got for the show today?
Oh, a Sawzall.
Wow. Yeah, we
That's
figured
a
we can
reciprocating
add to
saw.
your-
Oh, my God. That would...
yeah, full power.
Wow.
Maybe you need
Wow.
a little.
That would
That's
injure.
obviously the prototype. Well, no girl is going to take that.
Yeah.
Well, he
It's
did.
a dildo on the end of a Sawzall. Why don't you rock that? It woke up Joe's bass player.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, you woke him up.
He woke him up. Look, that's what it. Is he
Look at him.
sleepwalking?
Now I
He's
feel
sleeping.
bad.
Oh, wait. Where's Bob Eatman going?
That's a young Bob Eatman. Before
That's
the
funny.
no, I'm not gonna say. I had a good line too. Go ahead. Let's hear that thing again. Yeah.
Yeah, that could cause a little
good.
internal damage.
You can't go full speed. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to trust that no
variable.
one's going to pull the trigger the whole way
Yeah, that thing.
while
could,
she's squirming around.
that thing could cause internal bleeding.
It's just flopping around right now, but I think if it was sheathed,
Inside a
yeah, I
vag.
think it might just. Yeah.
It'll keep it straight and true. And
Is that on a blade?
well, yeah, it's no teeth.
So if
on
the
it.
dildo slipped off somehow, that would go right into her. That could be the most dangerous thing I've ever seen. That is a hazard.
What's he going to say on the box? Good for an orgasm / hysterectomy?
Yeah. If that blade pulled out with that thing going back and forth so quickly, you wouldn't be able to move it out of the way fast enough before she's impaled
Well, I was
on a
so-
Sawzall blade.
Maybe she'd warn some discomfort, perhaps ahead of time.
Can I see that?
Yes, absolutely.
I like it as an idea, but as a product,
Yes, flick it to there, and you got to hold it and pull at the same
take the
time.
safety off.
Hold it and pull.
Yeah.
Now they leg, eh? Wow.
Yeah, that's got
Be
problems.
careful.
Oh, dude, it smells like equipment.
Maybe you guys should have spent more than 2 minutes on your invention.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I know, it's just.
That is great.
Wow.
You got to get a video of this thing because this is not right.
Yeah, that's the one that was actually recommended over from
Steve.
a girl named Jen over at Peekaboo's for us. So.
Wow. Yeah, you spent. I think you spent exactly 2 minutes putting that together.
You know what? Well, I
painted O&A on the side of it, and you stuck the dildo on the end. There you go.
There was a lot of planning.
All right. Well,
It'd be safer driving a Pinto in reverse into a wall.
Hey, Joe.
That thing.
Well.
See, you could do it slow, but
it's safe.
No.
That is so unsafe.
That is so unsafe.
We were yet to find a willing.
Just as she feels good, kill her.
Yeah. One twitch and it's going to go right through her.
Hit it harder, faster.
That's the sound.
Be a man.
Perfect speed.
All right, that's slow. But then, see?
I agree. It's not.
That's okay.
Then you get jackhammer speed.
That's what's good about the variable speed trigger.
Yeah, it's
Slow,
not for
fast,
everybody.
slow, fast,
But
slow.
There's no girl living that could take that.
Take even that.
I'd be very afraid that the blade, the dick would come off, and the blade would go right into the side of her.
Yeah, and then you got to try to have sex while you're laughing.
Yeah.
That's like it looks like Peter North on one of those old weight losing machines, where the strap goes around the ass.
That is.
All right. Well, Brother Joe.
Yeah, you got to be able to handle this.
Brother Joe, we're just about done. Give the plug for the downtown real fast.
Well, it's you guys too, man.
Well, the night before.
The night before Thanksgiving at the downtown in Farmingdale with 4 bands. 4 bands. Got the.
The blade already came through the side of the rubber penis.
That could have done some major damage to any woman.
It's already broken.
Yeah.
All right, downtown the day before Thanksgiving. I'll do it, man. You got the Journey tribute band, the U2 tribute band. Anthony singing some songs with Mr. Potato Head, and we're going to have a lot of fun, okay? Sam from Kentucky learned today marrying Anthony is the same as winning the lottery, and armless midgets make great pocket pussies. Demon Seed from whackbag.com. Today I learned that 25% of $27,000 equals $9,000. Jay from Jersey. Today I learned Jimmy's a fucking liberal. Ed from Rochester. I learned today you can't take the course out of the golfer, but you can take the golfer out of the course.
Tom from Dix Hills. Today I learned Norton thinks a night with 2 15-year-old prostitutes is innocent.
Schwoogie from Dallas. I learned Eric is on cock waiting for Star Jones's announcement. And Funky Treasure from whackbag.com. I learned today the only thing worse than golfers fighting at an award show is the Dallas defense. And we'll take one on the phones. Want to thank these guys for coming in with the drill dough.
Back to the drawing board,
guys.
Back
to the drawing board, guys.
Weapon of iron and wood.
Brad from Dallas.
Outstanding.
Yes, Brad, go.
Yeah, well, listen, fantastic shows to say.
What? He learned it was a good show to say.
Oh, to say. Very
good.
I thought his phone was screwing up and he was doing a bit.
There you go. Thank you.
All
right. Duke from Jersey, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
I just recently learned that a girl can have an orgasm and an abortion with the drill that you guys got.
Thank you. Tomorrow. Bye.
That's it. Party is over. Everybody go home.
Feeling low? The best way to not feel like a worthless douchebag is to listen to an even bigger piece of crap.
I am awful.
With the Jim Norton motivational tapes, you'll feel better about yourself instantly.
I stink.
Hate your body? Take it from Jim.
I'm a meaty-breasted little nothing.
It could be a lot worse.
This sucks.
Problems at work?
I effed up an ABC audition today.
Hey, at least you have a job.
Everything I do, I look like the Manchurian Candidate.
You'll be amazed at how much confidence you have after you listen to a mushy little nothing tool on himself for hours on end.
Shut up, chinless. I'm nuts. Almost 13 years I'm doing comedy. God, there is no justice in this world. It sucks. You have the warmth of a trout. What a retard I am. Does anybody not see the disgrace in this?
Everyone loves Jim's inspirational live appearances.
It's a night of pale, meaty-breasted dullness.
Coming to a town near you.
Oh, in Margaritaville. I don't sing ever, you idiots.
Stay tuned for details.
Just listen to the station and get tickets, you douchebags.
Love yourself. Hate him.
I suck.
With the Jim Norton motivational tapes.
That's me, Jim Norton, folks. Ugh.
I was walking down the street, and some construction guy was shouting at me, "Hey, show me your cans!" So I did. And he plummeted 17 floors and was impaled on a forklift. but my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the O&A virus.